Arkansas. Appreciate everybody listening in this morning. John Neighbors alongside Tommy Kraft and Maddie T. Appreciate everybody listening in, and thank you as always for making us a part of your morning this morning. Happy Tuesday, folks, as once again, it's my least favorite day of the week, but that's okay because today's going to be a fun show. You know, yesterday was not a very fun show. Well, okay, I guess it depends on your definition of fun. If your definition of fun is really venting and complaining and getting mad about the Razorback football team in the radio show format, then yeah, yesterday's show was probably just a whole bundle of joy for you. But, you know, when you have the things that are going wrong with Arkansas football, sometimes you just need not necessarily just a little break from it, but maybe a little switch up on some of the outlook and some of the perspectives that's going to be going on. So we're going to have some of that on the show today. Not completely, because I still think there's plenty to talk about when it comes to the Razorback football problems that they have going on. Of course, we're going to get into recapping the Chad Morris press conference yesterday, as well as his coordinators. Have some audio for you on that. Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette is going to be joining us as well in the 7 o'clock hour. And, of course, we're going to have all your phone calls and text messages via the Cherokee Casino hotline, 877-377-6963 here on this Toyota Tuesday. Be sure you check out all new 2019 Toyota vehicles at your local Arkansas Toyota dealer, including the Highlander with plenty of room up to 8 people, the stylish new Corolla, the work-ready family tough Tundra, and the go-anywhere 4Runner. Toyota, let's go places. Well, if you didn't get a chance to watch Chad Morris's press conference or any of the coordinators' press conferences, you can head to hitthatline.com as we have them posted up there, as well as on our YouTube page. But I would advise all of you to just go and watch it. Not necessarily because there was any just huge groundbreaking news or there was something different or he came out guns blazing, and there was none of that.
Cliche blazing.
Yeah, if there was a way to be cliche and blazing, that would be the way to do it. But I do believe that the more you can see and the more you can hear from Chad Morris, especially at this point in time, is going to be extremely telling of how he's handling the situation, how his coaching staff has handled the situation, because the situation is awful. It's I don't know, are we on DEFCON 1 yet? Is it gotten to that point yet? I'm assuming I'm using the right terminology and the right numbers.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get
mixed up. You ever watch
up.
War Games with Matthew Broderick?
That's where I got it. That's where I got it from.
One of my favorite movies.
It's a great one. So are we at that point, though? I mean, has it hit that level of panic just yet?
I don't think just yet, but I'm going to tell you, if you continue down this path and then you lose to Western Kentucky, I think it's over.
Okay.
I think it's over. It may not be over this week. He'll probably finish out the rest of the year. You know, everyone's looking at worst case scenarios right now. I don't think that we're at that point. This season can somewhat, salvaged isn't the right word, but you know, we all expected 4 to 5 wins. That can still be achieved this year. 5 might be a stretch, but you beat Mississippi State and Western Kentucky, and you're at 4, and you got a couple of wins in November. And as Frank Broyles always said, they remember what you do in November. And a couple of wins there, you know, I think would at least calm the nerves of a lot of people, would at least, you know, ease the restless natives. Not going to satisfy, but a couple of wins in November this year could certainly do that. Go winless down the stretch, I don't think he's coming back. Just my opinion.
And you're including Western Kentucky in that.
Right.
Okay.
If you don't win another game, I think there will be some kind of negotiation, some kind of agreement. Something will occur.
Yeah.
You know, Hunter Yurachek and Chad Morris will reach an arrangement for him not to coach here anymore.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion. No one's told me anything. That's just what I think will happen if the worst case scenario unfolds. They can win a couple of games. They can end up, 4-8. The marketing department will go crazy trying to figure out how to convince you they've doubled their win total, which technically they have. But let's just be honest. What did most of us expect? Somewhere around 4 or 5 wins.
That's right.
A few at 6. Very few of you called here in July and August and said 7 wins. Very few. There were a few. Nobody said 8. Nobody said 9. Nobody said 10. So, listen, they can get to 4 or 5. They still end up meeting your expectations.
That's right.
No one expected them before the season to beat A&M, and they didn't. No one expected them before the season to beat Kentucky, and they didn't. Now, the expectations changed because we got more information.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just frustrating to once again be competitive and in the game in the fourth quarter and coaching decisions and lack of execution leave you short of being in the winner's circle. And no one's expecting or should expect them to beat Auburn or Alabama. You're going to have a chance early in the month of November, the 9th, and then after the bye week on the 16th, Mississippi State. I got that right?
That's right.
Those are the critical weeks. I don't think you have a chance to win again until you play Western Kentucky. Just my opinion. But those two games are I think, will be the ones that determine where this program is headed, Western Kentucky and Mississippi State.
Well, see, I even said when I started to realize just how horribly this season could go very quickly, especially after the San Jose State game, I said that if Chad Morris and Arkansas went 0-8 in conference again, that you would have to make a change. Like you would have to, because you can't have a coach go 0-16 to start his SEC career. I mean, you just can't do that. It's
the San Jose State loss right now that's going to doom him at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't lose another game, it's all of it. But even if he wins against Western Kentucky and maybe ekes out one of it's that San Jose State thing that's going to really define the beginning. If this is not the end, it's the beginning of the end.
Yeah. So. And even in that, if Arkansas, when saying that, if he goes 0-16, if Arkansas was to have beaten all their non-conference opponents and been competitive in almost or all of their SEC games, I still would want to change, but I'd be like, okay, for those of you who want to keep them around and see, I get it. Yeah. I get it. But it's just that when you see a stat, like that thrown out yesterday, Tommy, and this stat was just another piece to the puzzle, that there are only 4 teams in FBS football that has not played a team with a winning record. And Arkansas is one of them.
Yeah.
At 2-4.
At 2-4. Yeah.
That right there is a
troubling
stat that it's just, you don't even know how to respond.
Here's what we got to get to. And I think the answer is both. But do we have a coaching problem or a talent problem? And the answer's, to me, the answer is obvious. You got both. You got both issues. This team isn't chock full of talent. Now, are they talented enough to win against San Jose State? Absolutely. So you got coaching issues in that game. Were they talented enough to beat Kentucky? I think those rosters were even enough, and it's just frustrating as heck, the fact that Kentucky didn't even have a quarterback. But we talked all week last week about the mental toughness to go on the road and win, and they didn't have it.
Yeah, they certainly didn't. Let's get into some quick-hitting headlines, if I could say it right, presented by Williams Tractor.
Yeah, as the calendar starts to wind down, Williams Tractor is winding up the savings right now with the True Blue Savings Event. Right now, you can take advantage of 0% financing, cashback savings, and other year-end specials on select New Holland tractors, hay and forage products, and material handling equipment. Get in on all the True Blue savings right now at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, or Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. But hurry in, the deal's in when the year is done.
I know you're all excited that Arkansas is going to be playing Alabama at 6 p.m. next Saturday. Good thing that those Alabama fans didn't have to get another 11 a.m. game, Tommy.
It's on ESPN, too.
That's right. So under the lights on Big Time TV. Can't wait. Also, in quick news, we'll probably talk about this as the show goes on, too. Davion McClure has decided to step away from football, focusing on his family. He has a new kid around. And a lot of people don't know much about his story, but we'll want to dive into that later in the show. And also, Devin Bush, true freshman, has entered his name into the transfer portal. He didn't play a whole lot, but I think it's a huge loss if you look at how many offers he had coming out of high school.
4-star.
Man, pretty big loss for Arkansas. But we'll talk about that and a lot more on the other side of the break. Stay with us, folks.
This is
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh, homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by Crabtree RV.
Yeah, the fall celebration is here at Crabtree RV in Alma. Take advantage of RV show pricing on hundreds of new models. Deer Hunter specials start under $10,000 and wholesale to the public pricing on dozens of pre-owned RVs as well. This Saturday night at 6 o'clock, Crabtree's going to have their Trunk or Treat event. You can stop by and bring the kids and celebrate with Crabtree RV in Alma. Again, that's 6 o'clock on Saturday. Crabtree RV in Alma, it's where your family's dreams come true.
If you want to get on the conversation, call or text the Cherokee Casino hotline. 877-377-6963 is the number to call or to text in. I mean, do you have any reaction at all to Arkansas playing Bama at 6 p.m.? I mean, does that do anything for you?
Well, I mean, I didn't think it'd be 11. I knew it wouldn't be 2:30. So, I mean, this 6:30, it was just a matter of network assignment to me. I thought it would be an evening game the whole way. I didn't think they'd put them at 8 o'clock again since Bama's got one, this week?
Mm-hmm.
It's 8 o'clock. So, I mean, I know JT in Hot Springs, texting her said just cancel it, forfeit. Say the whole team's got the chicken pox is what he texted us on the Cherokee Casino hotline because he didn't want this hot mess being on full display for the country. Does it really matter? I mean, I guess some people will watch the first quarter, first half. There's going to be more competitive. If things go the way we think they will go, the nation that doesn't have a rooting interest will tune away anyway.
Yeah.
Whether it was on ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, the SEC network. I mean, you just can't hide. It's all on national TV.
Like Alabama will be able to pick their score, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, but, last year we all felt glorious about a 65-31 final. So we thought that was glorious.
Tommy, did you know
God
that
almighty.
Arkansas scored the most points on Alabama up until the national championship game?
Print the shirt. What'd that get you?
Oh, if it happens again this year,
can't you
Tommy,
tell,
they're going to do it.
Can't you tell they've really built upon that momentum?
Oh,
they got
I'm
in that
telling
game?
you. I'm telling you.
I mean, you can tell that's the foundation for all this momentum we have now, all this forward momentum.
It's been the difference,
Good
honestly.
Lord.
It's been the difference. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but it also shows how weird I am and how selfish I am that I'm so excited about a 6 p.m. game instead of a 6:30 because when I'm doing the logs for the games, it's a little easier for me.
Your job a little easier. Listen, this is the power of Alabama. They're the number one team in the country, at least for now, till Arkansas beats them. And then they command a good time slot, a good network assignment. It's the way it is.
That's right. David in Morrison, Tennessee, texted in the Cherokee Casino hotline, says, do we have to talk about football? Can we just hyper-focus on the basketball team for the next 6 months? Of course, David, we have to talk about football because in this industry especially, if things are really great, you love to talk about it, and things are really bad, you still love to talk about it because there's a lot of people that are interested in it.
Well, Arkansas's got problems right now. We got to talk about those problems.
That's right.
But we feel your pain.
Yeah, absolutely.
It hurts me.
Trust me.
It hurts me.
Listen, this is my second football season on the Morning Rush, and I haven't had anything to talk about in football season since joining this show.
Yeah, I mean, it's been so long since you had true excitement about football.
Yeah,
that had some longevity to it. Not just beating Texas in the Texas Bowl, or not just a couple of wins when you beat LSU and Ole Miss on those couple of shutouts. I mean, true excitement. It's been so long that, I've almost forgotten the feeling, not just doing this, but just as a fan.
Yeah.
I commend, hey, I've hung in there, you've hung in there, all these listeners that get up and text and tweet and call and just, or some that just quietly listen. Hey, I commend you for being here because I know it pains you as much as it pains us to have to go through these conversations. It's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
I feel you, man. Right there with you. We wish we had better news to report.
Wish we had winning football to talk about.
Oh, my God. What would we give?
Winning is fun.
What would you give?
Winning is fun, Tommy. No matter the sport, no matter how it's done, it's fun.
You can make a case it's better for this business, the talk show business and all that. Yeah, you can make metric-wise, everything we can measure. Yeah, everything's up. More of you are listening online. More of you are interacting with us. More are going to the website. When they win and win big, like 2010 and 2011, everybody agrees.
Yeah. Everybody's on board. They can't get enough of it.
We all agree they stink right now. We just don't all agree on how to fix the problem.
That's right. So. That's right. And we have different opinions on that for sure. Let's go to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Bruce is in Mulberry. What's going on, Bruce?
Hey, guys. A couple of statements I want to make and hear what y'all's comments are. Is it not strange that we have a coach that in a year and a half we still do not have an established starting quarterback? And the other thing, and this is probably just nitpicking on stuff since we're losing so much, I saw his press conference I listened to it the other day. And to me, the man does not know the name of probably one of the best defensive players on Auburn's team. He kept calling him number 5. Is that just me nitpicking, or is that a little strange to y'all? And I'll hang up and listen to you.
Yeah, appreciate the phone call, Bruce. I think it's just nitpicking because coaches do that.
Yeah, coaches just call them. And a lot of times the coaches, the superstars, they do know their names.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows their names. But it's not uncommon for a coach to just refer to a player by the number.
Yeah, because when they're doing film sessions and they're watching it, they don't see the guy's name; they just see a number. So it's just a lot easier for them. So yeah, that may be a little nitpicking, but as far as your starting quarterback comment and how troublesome and worrisome it is, no, there's no doubt. There is no doubt that you're sitting here through 6 games, and Tommy, you don't know. I don't know. I don't think anyone knows who the starting quarterback is going to be against Auburn. I mean, that's the last thing you want to do midway through the season. You're still having quarterback controversy because you can't figure it out. You don't know who the best quarterback is. You don't know who's the guy that's going to lead you. I would be honestly shocked if it wasn't Ben Hicks, but I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, and some of that's gamesmanship. You don't want to just tell Gus Malzahn and his staff, hey, here's what we're going to do at quarterback Saturday. Here's who you need to prepare for.
Yeah, that's going to change a lot.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't even matter at this point.
Right, but
I get what you're saying, though.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
Or at least that's part of the design. I don't know if it's going to be quite work out that well, but that's at least, you don't want to give them that information.
No, I completely, totally understand. Let's go back to the Cherokee Casino Hotline. Matt's in Mansfield. What's going on, Matt?
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, Tommy?
Hey, Matt.
Morning, man. Hey, guys, I just wanted to touch real quick. This offense thing is not what's bothering me. Since the San Jose State game, we're season ticket holders, and every week we go and sit in the stands. I go back to the same thing, guys. This defense is so pitiful that it is not even funny. Bumper Pool, if you'll watch this last game, had 3 tackles in a row. They were about on our 35 or 30-yard line. The wide receiver that played quarterback that everybody's talked up from Kentucky this week, which had a heck of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Bumper Pool made 3 good plays. Then Chavis pulled him out and stuck somebody else in. And then, if it's not Bumper Pool, he asked Osa Agim to do everything. Chavis' press conference yesterday was so just mediocre that it was not even funny. And that's just where I'm coming from as a Hog fan, guys. Y'all can discuss it a little bit, but our defense, I don't care if Ben Hicks is the quarterback, if Starkel's the quarterback. I don't care who the offense or what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
I care about getting our defense fixed. You ain't going to beat anybody in the SEC unless your defense is better. And I'm just so over John Chavis. Let's get him out of here. Let's get him back to somewhere else. I mean, let's get somebody brought in here that's good. I mean, I know we've got.
Sorry we got cut you off, Matt, but I tell you what, we'll talk about your comment on the other side of the break, man.
This is Toyota Tuesday on the Morning Rush. Get by your local Toyota dealer for a test drive today. Toyota, let's go places.
Are you in the market for a new pool or spa? Seaside Pools and Spas has been constructing quality pools in the 4-state area since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for chemicals, equipment, spas, and in-ground pools. With a service department like no other, Seaside Pools and Spas can help you with any repair, maintenance, or renovation needs necessary. Visit Seaside Pools and Spas today in Springdale and Bentonville or online at seasidepools.com.
Hi, I'm Bill Bolton of NWA Gold and Silver, Arkansas's largest buyers of diamonds, estate jewelry, luxury brands such as Urim, Lagos, and Rolex. We specialize in the purchase of 1 carat and up diamonds, estate pieces, Native American, as well as sterling silver flatware, gold and silver bullion. Recently, we had 2 sisters come into one of our Central Arkansas stores that inherited some gold and silver coins. They walked out with over $15,000 each. What you have can be worth thousands. NWA Gold and Silver.
Find them on Facebook for locations statewide.
The Morning Rush is brought to you by Supercuts, who supports local teams. Supercuts, we're super into the movement.
Is your home at least 10 years old and served by OG&E? OG&E is offering Arkansas customers a free weatherization program to increase your comfort and lower your bills. A trained crew will perform an energy audit at no cost to you, and if your home qualifies, our crews will install measures that will save you money. The services provided through this program are absolutely free to qualifying homes. If you could benefit from free home weatherization improvements, call OG&E at 1-800-272-9741. That's 1-800-272-9741.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources. Fall is my favorite time of the year. Football, fine weather, and my chance to flip the lot. We're out to sell every single car in our Rath Road Ready inventory and flip the lot during our fall clearance. That's right. Every vehicle must go. To make it happen, we're discounting our entire inventory with savings up to $4,300 below retail. Even our special purchase vehicles are included, like 2018 Hyundai Elantra SELs for only $13,991. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in our Meineke Car Care Center with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires and 50% off brake pads. Don't miss out on the savings. Help us flip the lot. Get the Rath Road Ready vehicle that's perfect for you and save up to $4,300 during the fall clearance at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
Full-time farmers, hobby farmers, and landowners, your time is important. Make the most out of that time with a brand new Branson tractor from Bush Machine and Tractor in Fort Smith. With tractors from 19 to 105 horsepower, we have a tractor that will fit your needs. Ask Bush Machine and Tractor about their special financing options and free loader rebates. Bush Machine and Tractor in Fort Smith is Arkansas's #1 Branson dealer. Check their inventory at bushtractor.com.
Spring is in the air. Not in the house, Dalton. Okay, AJ. Aw, snap, I told you not in the house. Red Kool-Aid all over the white carpet. Mom and Dad are gonna... Okay, AJ. I can't believe it. We're so in trouble. I told you so.
Thank you for calling Service Master Clean. This is Tanya. How can I help you?
Tanya, it's Dalton. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Think Service Master Clean. Visit us online at smcleanonline.com.
Got a mystery stain on the carpet and the kids insist they don't know what it is? Or you're just ready to give the house a good spring cleaning? Call Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Call today for spring specials.
Service Master Clean. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. It's okay, AJ.
You're telling me there is a place?
3 places, 2 in Fort Smith, 1 in Van Buren.
That can do everything to my pickup?
And my car. Jody'sAuto.com can do everything, from oil changes and maintenance to repairs. All repairs. They'll even tow it in and then fix it if your truck breaks down on the road. One-stop everything.
What about tires?
All the best brands. These people really know tires and have free flat repair and free road hazard. Best prices on tires anywhere. Price match guarantee.
Okay, so what's the catch? I bet they don't do financing, right?
Nope, wrong again. Jody'sAuto.com has the best credit card in the car care industry, and you can apply online.
Jody'sAuto.com voted best of the best for customer service, and a big part of that is convenience. One stop for everything. 3 oil change specials, tires, service, repair, maintenance, towing, and fleets. 3 locations since 1984. Convenience and trust. Jody'sAuto.com.
ESPN 95.3.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot.
We've heard some good things, and there's some things we need to work on. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a Toyota Tuesday. Be sure to check out all new 2019 Toyota vehicles at your local Arkansas Toyota dealer, including the Highlander with room up to 8 people, the stylish new Corolla, the work-ready Family Tough Tundra, and the Go Anywhere 4Runner. Toyota, let's go places.
Did you put this in, or is this a Matty T deal?
This is actually a me. This is a me thing.
Good job.
Thank you. Well, see, I'm trying. Like, people don't realize when I'm usually the one that puts in the music. I know Maddie's put in some music as well, but when I put in music, I'm like, I want to try to do some stuff that Tommy would appreciate.
I like that.
But and I'm not meaning this in a bad way, Tommy. It's just sometimes you're pretty limited, though, because you're a big country fan.
Yeah.
You like TV shows, a few movies here and there.
Right.
And
I'm just a little light on my rap knowledge.
Well,
Sorry.
but you don't seem like a pop guy.
Not much. But I'll go toe to toe with anybody on 90s country. You want to name that tune on 90s country? Let's go.
Okay.
We
may have to do that one of our summer topics. Write that one down. We may have to have Tommy do some trivia on 90s country.
Yeah.
Prime country to talk about.
You want to get some old school Randy Travis up in here, old school Brooks and Dunn? I can go toe to toe. Right.
Well, you because you
got to realize I was raised, and I know Nirvana and Pearl Jam and all those things were big when I was coming out, but. Let me tell you, nothing was bigger than Garth Brooks and George Strait and country music right here.
I love Garth Brooks. I love George Strait. Nothing wrong with that. But I was hoping you'd be a West Coast or East Coast rap guy when you were growing up.
I was a Gulf Coast rap guy.
Yeah. It's probably the best
all
type.
I ever wanted to be when I was cutting my teeth in this business was be a disc jockey on a country music station. That was the goal when all this began.
And now look at you.
Now look at me. What happened? Now I'm talking about a 2-win
yeah,
football
but
team.
saying like right now,
What in the hell?
it's not probably the best time to talk about it too. So, but no, because I know you're a fan of Billions, right? Isn't that the show you like? Is it Billions?
Billions, love Billions.
Yeah, because I was like looking up, I was like, oh, I'll put the theme of Billions. Not really fitting for the theme of Billions because like I don't know about that because it was very rap themed. So I was like, well, I don't know if Tommy likes the theme or not. So I don't know.
I love Billions, one of my favorite shows.
TV shows, movie themes, whatever it is.
I got Ballers on the DVR, and I've got to get caught. I've still got last season on Ballers. You watch Ballers?
Mm-mm.
With The Rock?
I mean, I've heard it's good.
It's a good show.
There's just so many shows out there, man.
I bet the NFL doesn't like Ballers.
No, I bet they don't.
I bet the NFL does not like that show at all.
Yeah, because it's probably too accurate. It's probably what the
Exactly.
issue is. The issue is
hitting a nerve.
Yeah, it's way too accurate there. But we've been having
got a ton of text too this morning.
Oh, I know.
Already off of good start on calls and the text machine.
Yeah, Robert in Fort Smith says Ballers is very good. By the way,
Ballers is
so
good.
you got
I
Robert
need to do
in
some
Fort
catching
Smith.
up.
Yeah, we got Robert and Fort Smith on your side as well. Matt in Mansfield called in, and we were up against it, so we had to move on. But one of the comments that he was bringing up was about the defense and how to him it doesn't matter who the starting quarterback is going to be because it really comes down to the defense and the performance that they've had. Now, I do not disagree with the fact that the defense has not been good. It has not been good. It's given up. It just seems like, and I know that it's not every time, but it's like, Tommy, I know we've watched the past 2 games together. It's like, well, if it's 3rd and 11 for the opposing team, Arkansas is going to give it up. Like, that's kind of just the mentality because they don't do well on stopping teams on 3rd down, especially on 3rd and long. It's just not good. But the defense overall, if you look at the scoring side of things, has not done an awful job. They have not been great, but they have not been awful. In fact, if I would have told you before the Kentucky game that Arkansas was going to hold Kentucky to 24 points, yeah, you'd feel pretty confident in that at least Arkansas played well, or if they just played well enough offensively, they'd win the game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you'd feel. And it's not just that game, but if you look at other games this year, for instance, against Texas A&M, you only gave up 31. Now, San Jose State, you say, well, they gave up 31 points to San Jose State. Right, but can you really put that game on the defense when you have a quarterback throwing 5 interceptions?
Mm-hmm.
If you're given more opportunities, that's just what's going to happen. And again, I am not saying that the defense has been good by any stretch of the imagination. No. But to me, if you had to pick one side of the ball as being the biggest issue this year, it's been the inconsistency of the offense.
It's like trying – what's a good analogy here? Because you're right. The problem is both.
Right.
But which is the bigger of the two issues? It's like if you had to – this is a terrible analogy.
Go ahead and say it.
It's like if you had to pick between 2 fatal diseases, which one's worse? Terrible ways to die, and you're trying to pick between two of them or something. They're both not good. Neither answer is a good solution or a good bright spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what you're saying is, we know the defense is still horrible, but the offense might be equal to that or worse. Because their lack of productivity. We look at points on the board, and sometimes we get caught up in the fact that, the team scored this many points against Colorado State or San Jose or whatever. But the reality is the defense, I guess it's the defense's fault Saturday because they didn't have a scoop and score or pick 6. I guess that's the reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you've gotten so used to, at least 3 times this year, getting a defensive score. Well, if you got 1 in this game, but that's not reality. And we've talked about that. What's going to happen when you don't get those? Well, you lose. That's what happens.
That's right.
So, for all the woes the defense has had giving up a lot of yardage, and in some cases points, they've at least balanced it out with some defensive scores to help the offense. What's the offense done to help them out?
Nothing.
Punt the ball well, I guess. I
haven't even really
done that.
Yeah.
Averages in the upper 30s. So I don't know. To me, neither unit is good. Neither unit is even average. But to me, to lay this all at the feet of the defense is not. That don't fly with me either.
No, because there has been some bright spots, and again, I don't think that John Chavis and this defense has improved dramatically over last year. If you look at the statistics, they have. It just threw at this point in time. But then, that's why it's ever moving, because if you then got to take into consideration of, well, they have not played a team with a winning record this year. They've played 6 games, and none of those teams that they've played has a winning record right now. That's also pretty telling. And it's pretty damaging to any sort of, it just almost keeps adding this fuel to the fire of why things are so bad.
Well, we can sit here and talk about this team, and we can keep talking for 2.5 more hours about how bad it is. The question I think a lot of people want to know is, how do you ever fix this mess?
Yeah.
I mean, and I think for a lot of people, and I don't know, can you ever see Chad Morris and this coaching staff ever, if you gave them enough time, if you gave them 2 more years, could they recruit their way out of this? Is this staff capable? That's what we're all trying to get to the root of right here. That's what we're trying to determine. Do you want to invest 2 more football seasons in this coaching staff? That's really it, right?
Yeah.
It's not about this season. You can go ahead and turn the handle on the toilet. This one, you can flush it. It's over. What we got to determine is what you do for the next 2 years. That is the question that needs to be answered. Are you just throwing good money after bad? Are you just wasting more time? That's the question, is what do you do with Chad Morris? Is he the guy that ultimately can lead you out of this wilderness, this desolate place this program's in? Does he have what it takes? I don't think you can be convinced 1,000% either way right now. Certainly not the way of yes, he can. I mean, how could you be? How could you even come up with that solution? I would certainly lean towards he can't at this point.
Yeah,
that's really the question: is what does Hunter Yurachek do about the next 2 seasons? Does he blow this thing up and let's start over again? Because this season's
toast.
Whatever.
This season's toast.
Yeah, you might meet expectations for some, like me, that only thought they'd win 4. Some thought they'd win 5. I guess that's still on the table.
But not likely.
Well, we'll see. I mean, here's the thing. You can change a lot of people's mindsets about this coach if he can beat Western Kentucky and Mississippi State, 2 home wins, get to 4, start showing some momentum in recruiting. Well, right now, everything's going bad. You're losing games and losing recruits. Is it getting worse? Has Chad Morris's dog died as well? I mean, what else could go wrong for Chad Morris?
It can always get worse.
But really, the question on the table is what do you do about the next 2 to 3 football seasons? Who do you turn that over to?
Well,
do you stay where you're at?
Last
or
year,
do something different?
Last year, it was recruiting your way out of it, which was a fair thing.
And it was under understandable circumstances.
Yes, it was. You had to recruit your way out of it. But Tommy, the things that are going wrong right now this season, to me, is not just a simple, recruit your way out of it.
But John, the problem is we're seeing the same old crap.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not seeing anything different about 2019 football than you saw in 2018 football. We'd like to think the quarterback situation is vastly better. Let's be honest, it's not. It's just not. The quarterback situation might be marginally better because there is a bit more of a threat of downfield passing. Offensive line, is it any better?
No.
Make the case it's worse in some ways. Wide receivers are better. Are there a lot of young players on this offense, on this team in general? Sure. But you're not the youngest team in college football. There are other teams playing with freshmen, and they're not 2-4, and look like they're doing the same old stuff over and over. That's the issue. So, trying to figure out what do you do moving forward? That's what Hunter Yurachek's got to be laying there at 2:30 in the morning thinking about. If he's not, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, because that's the question: is what do they do? And it's honestly, I don't think you can recruit your way out of it, for one, and I don't think that the issues that we're seeing with Arkansas is simply on the players or just not having the depth there. I think that's part of it. That's part of it. Let's be honest. But the main issues that's going on with this team right now is why people are coming after the coaching staff or why they're coming after Chad Morris. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're losing, the coach is always going to get the blame. I mean, they're always going to go after that. And
why he gets all the money.
That's right. They have to take that. But, I mean, we're talking about game in and game out having legitimate, not just fanboy, what the crap, but actual legitimate questions about why decisions were made in the games, why this team wasn't prepared against San Jose State, why they don't try to get something going at the end of halftime offensively, why they waited so long to take out Nick Starkel. These are legitimate criticisms and legitimate questions. So that's where it comes into play, where it's not just recruiting your way out of it. The issues that they have are coaching issues for the most part. It's not all on the coaches, but that's why I feel like better players is not the solution. Better coaching is the solution. Can they be better coaches? Can they become better coaches and develop as coaches? Maybe. But right now, the issues I'm seeing is coaching problems.
Yeah. Robert in the 870 text into the Cherokee Casino hotline says, as bad as it is, the Razorbacks can still win 4 games, which is still very achievable. That's what we were talking about. The original expectations are still obtainable, so why so much griping? Well, I think it's the fact, and he goes on to say this, it's losing to San Jose State. It's losing to Kentucky when you had the game right there within reach. It's
the way you're losing.
It's continuing to lose in ways that are avoidable. They're avoidable losses. San Jose State, avoidable loss. Kentucky, avoidable loss. Would you put A&M in that category?
Not necessarily, but
I wouldn't either. But this team could be a 4-win team at this point. Let me back that up. This team should be a 4-win team at this point.
They should be 4-2. Should be 4-2.
Yeah.
And you're not. That's the problem. And that's the issue.
And who does that lie? Whose feet does that lie at?
Coaches.
The man making $3.5 million a year.
That's right. It's his job to get his team ready. And so far, there's been many cases where this team has not been ready to play. And if they're not even ready to play, then the rest of it's just going to keep falling down quick. Let's go to the Cherokee Casino hotline. David is in South Arkansas. What's going on, David?
Good morning, gentlemen. I'd like the conversation about Chad Morris. Pop and I were watching that game Saturday night. The play calling was a disaster. Whether there's disagreement, squabbling between Craddock and Morris, who knows? But there were so many times the camera would show Morris, and he would have a complete look of what the heck is going on, a complete look of utter disbelief, and I have no idea how to fix this, standing there shaking his head. And I do hope John Chavis has a very good retirement. Chavis, the defensive coach, has a very good retirement package. He should be gone after this year, but something definitely between Craddock and Morris needs to be worked out. There's obviously a problem going on there, but Morris needs to get with it bad. Lou Holtz always said, the team won, the coach, lost. And I'm really not hearing that right now as far as accepting that responsibility. Thanks, guys.
Well, appreciate the phone call, David. I think that, again, take it for what it is because, I mean, people are going to see whatever, hear whatever they want. But, I mean, I've heard Chad Morris say that's on us coaches, and that's on us coaches to get better. That's on us coaches. But I will say this, though, and we'll play some audio here from Chad Morris's press conference here in just a bit. But, you know, the one thing that I'm getting tired of hearing, one of many things, is reevaluate. Reevaluate. We just got to get in and reevaluate. Why not just evaluate and then do it?
Yeah.
Why can't you just evaluate and know? There's no you're 6 games in the season. There doesn't need to be reevaluating of positions, reevaluating of play calling. Those are the things that you can't have in the middle of the season.
Do you get the sense, because I sure do, and I think Saturday was a great example or great display of Chad Morris's inability to quickly make a decision in the heat of the battle.
Yeah.
He's not a battlefield commander. And I think a lot of this stuff is hand-wringing and contemplation and wanting to give deep thought to what the next move is when there's no time. And the quarterback situation from Saturday is a perfect example of that. You see, you know, you taste, you can feel, you can smell how bad your quarterback is playing. Missing throws that are wide open that would get you first downs and keep offensive drives alive. Poor offensive play by your quarterback, and you see it. You know it. Yet you do nothing about it because you can't pull the trigger and make a decision. That's as big a concern as anything for me right now. Is you got a commander-in-chief of your football program that's unwilling to make a quick decision when needed.
Especially given the time frame at halftime, which you would want to make that decision and want to make that pull. And that would be the time to evaluate that situation.
Is that too strong for me? Is the coffee brewed a little strong, or is that right?
We all know you don't drink coffee,
Well,
Tommy.
no,
But no, I don't
is that
disagree.
is that opinion, am I too strong with that? Or is that because I think that's exactly what we see is for 2 years, a guy that can't make a decision on things, particularly with his quarterback. What happened last year? Couldn't really make a decision up until the final minute, till the referee said, "Hey, we're
got to kick off, guys."
They've won the coin toss, and you're off. Who are you going to put in at quarterback? I mean, it was almost like that. And again, this year, we go until the final hour to determine who the quarterback is. And here we are 6 weeks in, and we still don't know exactly who the quarterback is.
Mm-hmm. Those are the things you just can't have, man. And these are the issues that and why people are bringing up the problems. And I don't think it's too harsh. I think it's legitimate criticism.
But then you look in the game when you got one guy playing like garbage and needs to come over and sit a while. You bring KJ Jefferson up there. I guess it's a learning experience for him to see how road trips go. You don't put him in. Okay, he's freshman. I kind of get that. Not completely. But you got a very capable backup who played very well against A&M. And you just waited too long. I mean, you reached a point where, when the house is on fire, you can only wait, unless you got really good insurance, you can only wait so long to call the fire department until it's a total loss.
Yep.
And it started out as a little grass fire in the backyard and spread. And instead of getting the hose out and putting the fire out, he waited. And he waited, and then he waited, and then the house was on fire. And then he waited some more. Then it was too late. Total loss.
Yep. And that's what's starting to happen. It's starting to become a total loss. Total lost cause. And everything that's been happening. So I don't think it's too harsh. Again, legitimate criticisms. Legitimate questions.
Make a decision.
Yeah, when you look wishy-washy, that's not what you want in your commander-in-chief of your football team.
Sometimes you make wrong
say.
Decisions, but at least make one.
Yeah, at least write it, man.
Right.
Just write it till you die.
Hey, brought to you by Pinnacle Telecom. All the phone lines we got in here in the studios and around the radio station, our internet service, all of it's provided by Pinnacle Telecom, and they bring fast fiber internet to your business as well. That's what they did for us. We used to have bonded T1s back in the day. You remember what T1 lines were like?
No idea.
Oh my! It was like a dedicated DSL, and it was like great back in the day. And then we upgraded to the fiber internet, and it is unbelievable. The difference it made in our business here a couple of years ago. They can do the same thing for you, plus business telephone systems as well. They got gigabit fiber, and that means if, hey, I only need 500 meg connection or I need a gig connection, they can customize any package for you. Call now and find out how you can get the first month free when you make the move to Pinnacle Telecom, 479-242-0000. That's 479-242-0000.
Let's go back to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Skip is in Bella Vista. What's going on, Skip?
Hey, guys. Here's the biggest question I got. How can Kentucky take a wide receiver, turn him into quarterback in 2 weeks, and this guy cannot get a quarterback in 2 years?
Well, now, Skip, the guy played quarterback in high school. I mean, oh, wait, ours did too? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Well,
I mean, here's the thing. Lynn Bowden was put in as a quarterback, yes. But what was Lynn Bowden really put in there to do? Run the football, right? He wasn't really. He had to have some threat, some resemblance of a passing game. But he was put in there because they knew Arkansas could not contain him on the edges. Mobile quarterbacks absolutely decimate Arkansas's defense, and they do it time and time again. And
we were blitzing him. We were blitzing him like he was Dan Marino or somebody back there. I guess Chavis was treating him like he was a drop-back passer.
Yeah, but I think the criticism, Skip, is you didn't load the box up enough and force him to throw. I'd have rather gone down that way, right?
Yeah, make him throw.
Making the guy that does, because when he had a few throws that were,
they were nice, but
no, they had a few that were just really inaccurate. Just because he's not he's a wide receiver. He's used to catching them, not throwing them, and he beat you with his legs, and that's why they put Bowden in and didn't go the other direction with Smith.
I just think Chavis and Morris are both what they said they are. They're high school coaches.
Well, Chavis is not. Now, that's not that is not fair with Chavis.
No,
The guy spent 40 years in the league.
Not I meant Craddock.
Okay.
Craddock and Morris are high school coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what their level of competence is. I really believe that.
Yeah. Well, appreciate the
I'll
phone
let
call,
you go.
Skip. Yeah, sorry about that. Appreciate the phone call, Skip. We got to keep it moving, man. T. Green is in Southwest Arkansas. What's going on, man? You with us, T. Green?
And how's it going? Happy Monday to you. Happy Tuesday to you, gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. Happy Tuesday, man.
Morning. Yes, sir, man. Just whenever Coach Morris was hired, I was very optimistic about his hiring. I was kind of excited about him. But over the last 2 years, I've watched him on the sideline, and he looks very defeated. He almost looks as if he's in over his head. And one of my favorite movies is Remember the Titans, and I remember a scene from that movie, and it says, attitude reflects leadership, Captain. And a lot of the times you can tell that the players are feeding off the coach's attitude, and when he looks defeated, especially right before half, he laid down, and it was like almost like a sign or a signal to the team that, you know, we can't win this game, and so we might as well just lay down and go ahead and let Kentucky come back and defeat us.
No, that's a fair point. And I know that, you know, sometimes demeanor can get a little overrated a little bit when it comes to coaches, but I do believe, though, that there have been issues to where Chad Morris's indecisions and is unable to make a decision in certain situations has made the players, I'm sure it would me as a player, would make me question, be like, is this kind of what he's doing? Does he know for sure which way he's wanting to go? So I see what you're saying, T. Green. I really do, and appreciate the phone call, man. Sorry we're up against it, but I mean, everything is on the table right now when it comes to questions and criticisms. Everything. And I don't think that with some of the things that callers are calling in with, I don't think it's out of bounds to say these are major issues with coaches.
We'll continue to take your calls and text on the Cherokee Casino hotline. If you have experience transporting frozen and refrigerated goods and you want to be a part of a trucking family with insurance and be home every week, you need to call Brent Higgins Trucking. They've been doing it since 1997 in Mulberry, and they proudly deliver to and from various areas of the United States, including, but not limited to, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Brent Higgins Trucking, where you're a name, not just a number. Call 997-2366 or go online at BrentHigginsTrucking.com.
Ton of text messages to get to, and we will get to those to the best of our ability on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Save up to $5,000 on select in-ground pools at Burton Pools and Spas. Fall is the perfect time to start planning your backyard oasis for next summer, so you can relax and enjoy the lazy days poolside with family and friends. Burton Pools and Spas also has luxury spas, grills, and patio furniture. Don't wait. Save up to $5,000 right now on select in-ground pools, including saltwater models. It's all at Burton Pools and Spas. Stop in for the details. Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith. Your source for backyard fun.
Hey, man. Hey. I like your new Toyota Tundra.
Thanks. I got a great deal on it at the Toyota Tailgate event. Now I can spend my weekends out in the wilderness, tackling all sorts of terrain, kicking up rocks, barreling down deep forest trails.
Oh, totally.
Going on rough, tough, rugged journeys. You know, really just getting out and connecting with nature.
Right.
I'm talking ATVing, mountain biking, taking the boat out, weekends jam-packed with activities.
That's cool.
I mean, except on game days. On game days, I'll still be here tailgating with you.
Oh, good. Because you're the only one with a big enough grill.
Nice. Real nice.
Hurry in to the Toyota Tailgate event for a great deal on trucks made to withstand your weekend. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new, virtually indestructible 2019 Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places. Visit buyatoyota.com for details. Offers available in select states and at 11/4/19.
We are celebrating 50 years at Razorback Camper Sales, and it's fall camping season. All remaining 2019 travel trailers, fifth wheels, and pop-ups are at rock-bottom closeout prices, including the 2019 17-foot Salem Bunkhouse with outside kitchen and power awnings. Only $14,976 or $153 a month. Thank you for 50 great years at Razorback Camper Sales. Exit 1 off of the bypass in Hot Springs or online at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
The new Michelin silicone plates last through everything.
On a world record-breaking drive from Alaska to South America in unpredictable conditions.
Thunderstorms, ice storms, they just don't quit.
Rainier Zeitlo chose Michelin Endurance XT silicone wiper blades with advanced QuadTech 4-layer coated silicone that repels water, snow, and ice and lasts 2 times longer than other blades.
It's coming down in sheets.
Real world proven. Extreme weather wiping performance. Upgrade to Michelin Endurance XT silicone wiper blades today. Only at Walmart.
The Catfish Kitchen at the top of Logtown Hill in Van Buren has lunch specials every weekday from 11 till 2, starting at only $7.99. Try the 3-piece catfish filet dinner with hand-cut fries and all the fixins. It's only $11.29. And the Catfish Kitchen is more than catfish. Try their shrimp dinners, cooked any way you like it. Chicken tenders, crab cakes, or one of their po' boy sandwiches. The Catfish Kitchen, open Tuesday through Sunday 11 till 9 at 727 Fayetteville Road at the top of Logtown Hill, across from the police station in Van Buren.
The fall celebration is here at Crabtree RV. Take advantage of RV show pricing on hundreds of new models. Deer Hunter specials under $10K and wholesale to the public prices on dozens of pre-owned RVs and the most money for your trade. These deals are so good, it's scary. And we are topping it off with the Crabtree Trunk or Treat, Saturday, October 19th at 6 p.m. Bring the kids and celebrate with us at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
You always get more at Orr.
We always put the customer first at Orr Chevrolet in Fort Smith. Since 1924, the Orr family of dealerships has grown based on one simple principle. Give the customer more money for their trades and give them a lower price on their new vehicle. It's a simple concept, really, but one that very few dealers honor anymore. Hey, we know you paid a lot of money for your vehicle, and Orr Chevrolet wants to pay you the maximum amount for it today. Then we'll give you an awesome price on a new Chevrolet. But we're not done giving you more. Included with any new vehicle sold, Orr Chevy will also give you a lifetime powertrain warranty, 2 years of free maintenance, and free car washes for life. So come get a lower price and more money for your trade today at Orr Chevrolet on Auto Park Drive in Fort Smith and 24/7 at OrChevyFS.com. Chevy, find new roads.
You always get more at Orr.
Massey Ferguson tractors have arrived at Bush Machine and Tractor. They're proud to be the newest Massey Ferguson dealer in western Arkansas, providing you with a lineup of versatile Massey Ferguson tractors. They're built with straightforward power, smart fuel economy, and upgraded creature comforts, all in easy-to-drive models that are sized perfectly for your property. From the agile GC 1700 series subcompacts to larger 4700 series utility tractors. See their new Massey Ferguson lineup now at Bush Machine and Tractor in Fort Smith.
Did you invest in real estate only to find out that real estate takes up too much of your time? If you answered yes, then it's time to make a call to the experts. With more than 30 years of combined property management experience and more than 16,000 units managed, Trinity Multifamily are the ones to call. Get your life back. Call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Showers with occasional thunderstorms today. We could see temperatures falling through the 70s. We'll bottom out tonight right around 40 north, upper 40s south. And Wednesday, sunny and cool, upper 50s north, mid-60s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Radio station.
KERX, Paris, Fort Smith, from the Bush and Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios, this is The Morning Rush.
Just extremely frustrating. Did not feel like we executed in the key moments when we needed to the most. And come away with points in the red zone early in the game was disappointing. Where we are in our program right now, we get the ball in the red zone, we got to score touchdowns. We were unable to do that, especially early on when we had the momentum. You know, it's something we're just going to have to get back in and go to work.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
My friends and I, we drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Matty T, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Toyota Tuesday. Be sure to check out all new 2019 Toyota vehicles at your local Arkansas Toyota dealer, including the Highlander with plenty of room up to 8 people, the stylish new Corolla, the work-ready family tough Tundra, and the Go Anywhere 4Runner. Toyota, let's go places.
Keep those texts coming in on the Cherokee Casino hotline, 877-377-6963. We're trying our best to respond to as many as we can, but
dude, I feel like a popular high school girl.
Keep up.
I'm getting all the text messages coming in through him. But
cannot keep up today.
Yeah,
we'll read as many as we can. We'll reply to as many as we can today.
We're trying to make that work and trying to make that happen because it's a lot. But hey, you know what? I love it.
I always get to the ones that start out with "You're exactly right, Tommy." Those are the ones I will get to first.
I've noticed those are the only ones you really like to respond to. Yeah. You know, the ones that you'll be like, oh, wait, let me read this one.
Yeah, exactly. We need to read all of those
So if you
first.
really want your text message to be read, just say, Tommy, you're dead on.
You're exactly right, Tommy.
You're an amazing referee. You know, just really start to stroke the ego there. Which, by the way.
If you don't want it read by me, just say, John, you're right, and then we'll just move on, you know.
Real quick before we get into more of the Cherokee Casino hotline. Did you see any of these calls last night in the Monday Night Football that everyone's just losing their minds? Happened to be on Trey Flowers.
I was actually I was listening to Golick and Wingo talk about it this morning in the hands to the face calls, and the video doesn't support it. I was actually working a game myself, and then I got home. And my poor wife, Laura's had bronchitis twice now. Now she's got the flu and
flu and bronchitis.
You were there Saturday night at the house. She was fine. Everything was good.
Fine,
having a great time. Started feeling a little off yesterday. Went to the doctor last night. Flu. It's not even November yet.
It hadn't even really gotten cold.
So anyway.
You're super dad this week, huh?
Well, I'm going to try my best. I don't know if I'm ever super dad, but I'm going to try my best.
No, well, that's awful.
I feel bad.
Yeah.
So no, I was dealing with that. So no, I didn't watch any Monday Night Football.
Well, I'd like you at some point in time to watch the tape.
I will, and I was listening to both Golicks talk about it this morning, and the fact of, and I think this is where the NFL is going to be headed, because these were two calls that listening to two guys I trust their opinion because they were talking about actual football technique, and they know exactly what a defensive lineman is supposed to do with their hands and where the hands can be, which they can't be up in the face and up in the face mask, and they can't be in the head and neck area in the NFL. And the video does not support those two flags that essentially continued drives and led to a change in the outcome of the ball game. Here's the question for me. You can't fix last night. We've expanded the rule because of last year's NFC Championship game to where you can review pass interference. Should we get to a point where a coach has a challenge in every game that you can challenge more or less any judgment call, any live ball foul? I mean, I think this will at some point unquestionably be expanded. Because why couldn't you review that just as much as you could review pass interference?
You could.
And if the coach is wrong, well, you've lost your challenge.
Yeah.
If the coach is right, you keep your challenge. To me, it just seems so simple.
Mm-hmm.
All of these, why I hate the idea, because I know everybody thinks, well, Kraft just defends them no matter what. No, I just want to get it right. That's all any referee cares about, is getting the call right. And from all indications, they got it wrong last night.
And they will be held accountable.
Hate the idea that me and you sitting at home have more information than the person on the field. Now, I don't think that fixes last night. But why is it that we have all this technology and there's more cameras than there's ever been before? Seems like we've really added some new elements to college and professional football in the last 2 years with all the pylon cams, which have been around, but now first down cam.
Umpire cams. Yeah.
Now they've got, well, it's not just on the umpire. They've got them on the what we call wing officials. And so you're getting more looks and really point of view looks than you've ever had before. The technology, the rules got to keep up with the technology. And I think that's where we're at, particularly with the NFL. And even to some degree, college football, the rules aren't keeping up with technology. Because I know all of you out there think it's a grand conspiracy. And all the refs are against Arkansas. Listen, every fan base thinks the refs are against their team. That's just common, universal thinking. and all the refs want to do is get it right. And a lot of times we at home, watching in super slow-mo, high-def 4K, HDR, DVR, super slow-mo, pylon cam, hat cam, sky cam, we have more information than the guy that saw it one time with one angle looking through two, all these things. That's what I hate about it.
Mm-hmm.
We should know more at home than they know there. Use technology to get it right, because that's all anybody should be after is get it right.
Mm-hmm. No. And maybe
is that unreasonable?
No,
I don't think so.
But Tommy, these horrible penalties were against Trey Flowers, so obviously it's about they hate Arkansas.
It's about that referee just said, "Hey, I got played at Arkansas."
Yeah, you got to screw him over somehow. But no, that's been the hot topic of the Monday Night Football game. But I didn't watch it. I didn't care who won, honestly, but it was definitely controversial.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
I heard Golick it was really good conversation this morning on it. So.
Yeah. Let's go back to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Marlon is in Dallas. What's going on, Marlon?
Good morning, gentlemen. It's been a while since I talked to you because I tried to lay low and try to let the smoke clear, but apparently it's cleared and it's not pretty, guys.
No.
I mean, I honestly feel like I want to kind of talk about Tommy's point about what Hunter Yurachek should do with Chad Morris. And to be quite honest, I feel like Colorado State is going to be the peak of what we see in the Chad Morris era through a season and a half. And I say that because he's consistently showed the inability to coach himself to win, because we score points initially, we do good things initially, but there is no consistency with our offense. There's no consistency with our defense. And I feel like what we have right now is a follower in the position of a leader. The thing that Chad Morris always hangs his hat on is the fact that any program that he's touched, it's always turned for the better. Now, with the exception of SMU, he's never been the head coach at any of these schools. He wasn't the head coach at Tulsa. He wasn't the head coach at Clemson. And things did start to turn around at SMU, but it never completely turned. Now they're a top 25 team, and he's not there. And honestly speaking, I feel like he is a better follower than he is a leader. I feel like Hunter Yurachek should start his search now quietly. And what we're seeing right now is we're losing freshmen that he had recruited last year. Devin Bush is in the transfer portal. That's a big deal. And the fact that we're losing recruits right now for the 2020 class doesn't make it any better. But if he doesn't handle that now, if Hunter Yurachek doesn't handle it now, it's only going to get worse. And I don't see it getting any better, guys. I mean, I'll hang up and listen. I appreciate y'all for taking my call, too.
Appreciate it, Marlon.
No problem.
Yeah, that's really the question on the table. You're not going to fix this year. You can go ahead and pull the handle and flush this baby.
This year's done.
This year is over. Yeah, and here's the deal. You could still win a couple of games and get to 4 wins, maybe 5, but that's about it. The question on the table is, what do you do about the next 2 years? That's really the question.
Yeah, and that's what the ultimate decision that Hunter Yurachek and Chad Morris are going to have to make. How do you get out of this mess? You can't just recruit your way out of it, because I think the problems are much, much bigger than just recruiting.
Hey, get by the Catfish Kitchen tonight for all-you-can-eat crab legs tonight, beginning at 4 o'clock. And I'm telling you, with this cooler weather, a big bowl of gumbo goes well. They got those pinto beans that come with every meal. It's part of the fixins you get with the tomato relish and the hush puppies that are great. But all-you-can-eat crab legs tonight, starting at 4. You can try one of their catfish fillet dinners. 3 big fillets for only $11.29. They got lunch specials starting at $6.99. I'm telling you, that gumbo's perfect this time of year at the Catfish Kitchen. 727 Fayetteville Road at the top of Logtown Hill. Across from the police station in Van Buren, it's the Catfish Kitchen.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh, homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh, homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Sassy's is my favorite. I love food. We love food here on the Morning Rush, in case you haven't noticed and have seen our waistline. And Sassy's is one of the best places to go because for lunch and or dinner, they give you great barbecue options with award-winning smoked wings, with barbecue nachos. And something that I was talking about with our boy Matty T over here, and something that we like, is that they have a various sauces to choose from. You know, they put them on the table, and you get to go if you want to go more with the Carolina mustard-type barbecue sauce, maybe more of the molasses barbecue sauce. Whatever barbecue sauce you're into, they got you taken care of. And I love barbecue. You don't even need sauce on their barbecue, but if you wanted to add a little something to it, they got options for you as well there. Are you the same way? Do you like to have the barbecue sauces?
I'm a
your
big
options?
mix. Yeah, I like the options, and I'm a big mixer of sauces. I'll until I know when I'm like new at a place, I'll try a little bit of all of them.
Oh.
And then sometimes you have to mix them together.
Call it the works.
Well, I mean,
Put it together.
Well, here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to start with one sauce and it's good, and then you get down to the very end and it's your last French fry or last little piece of brisket, and then you find out this other bottle of sauce was even better.
That's true.
And I have no more food left on my plate.
Am I a bad person for when I like to put like a little dab in my finger?
There's nothing wrong
like
at
each
all.
One.
Nope.
Get all finger. It's like going out and trying out different colognes. You know, you just got to try it out, see which one you like the best. But that's what they have at Sassy's. They have you taken care of with great food options, lunch and or dinner. So check them out. There are 2 locations in Fayetteville, off of College and off of Weddington. I'm having a lot of text messages and phone calls coming in. Keep those coming via the Cherokee Casino hotline, 877-377-6963. Chad Morris met with the media yesterday and had his press conference. If you want to watch that press conference, head over to hitthatline.com and check it out in its entirety. But one of the things that I had, because we've been talking about the issues that we've been having with whether it was the game on Saturday or just this football program in general. And the thing that bothered me the most, and I know it bothered a lot of you, was the ending to the first half for Arkansas, where they had 55 seconds left on the clock, had 2 timeouts, they have one of the best field goal kickers in Arkansas history as far as accuracy goes, at least one that's capable of making a 50-plus yarder if needs be. Well, it frustrated that they just kind of ran the ball, but they passed the ball first, then they ran the ball, and then they thought about going for it. It was just a complete and total mess. Well, Chad Morris was asked about that, and here's what he had to say in his explanation.
Looking back on it, sure, you wish you would have maybe done a few things different right there, but I thought at that point with the momentum on their side, I was content with 3rd and 3 to get to half. But you go back and look. There's several opportunities. We had 2 drives in the second half where we're 2nd and 1 and we couldn't convert, and that's an offensive down. And we got to be able to convert 2nd and 1s, and whether that's being more aggressive, being better in some run fits, whatever it may be, that's on us as coaches to get fixed.
I'm not a fan.
So he's explaining this yesterday, and he talks about he gets the 6 yards with O'Grady, the 2 yards with Boyd, and then he's hoping, or he's trying to see. Hoping's not the right word. He's waiting to see if Kentucky's going to use a timeout and force him to punt. I guess. Explain. I don't get that.
That tells me
you don't have the KI, man. You don't have the killer instinct.
Yeah, exactly. You are worried more about what the other team's going to do instead of what you should do.
Exactly.
And you can't do that. You can't be a football coach of a successful football team doing that.
Even if you don't want to take a risk with Starkel putting it in the air again, I get that. But why not give it to Boyd, who busted one for 75 earlier in the game? Now, Kentucky made the adjustments. Imagine that, an in-game adjustment that worked. But Kentucky made defensive adjustments, and those big chunk runs didn't really happen again. But who's to say that you didn't need 75 at that point. You'd have loved to have had a touchdown. But who's to say you wouldn't have got 30 or 40 over a course of 2 or 3 plays because you had plenty of time? That tells me you have no confidence at all.
That's not a winning formula. That's not a winning formula. You're aggressive.
That's a guy in golf that's never going for the green and 2. He's laying up. He's laying up short of the water.
When you know that the game's on the line, man.
Yeah.
What do you got to lose? It's like, and it's not like Kentucky was just scoring at will on you. You had the lead. Like you were fine. So that I hate that.
And to further that, you knew they were getting the ball first to begin the third quarter. You got to put your foot on the gas. You got to have a sense of urgency there because you've got to come out and stop them to begin the third quarter. You don't get the ball to start the second half. They do. That's got to go into your calculus.
Mm-hmm. It was disappointing to see that was the option because it wasn't even like Tommy, they didn't even need, here's where we go back to the indecision. It's not like they kneeled. They threw a pass to start that drive for 8 yards, I believe. 6 yards, excuse me. Then they ran it for 2.
But they didn't throw it. I mean, they went to O'Grady. They didn't. It wasn't like.
But he went out of bounds.
Right. But no, I get you. But it looked like that drive. That's what did. It's like they changed their mind after first down. What they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Because it started out. You're right. Pass to the flat, out of bounds with O'Grady, and then I was a little confused about the Rakeem Boyd run up the gut for 2. Like, okay, well, you get up and you go quickly on third down, and then they
stood there.
No one took a knee. No one did anything because by that point the clock was inside 40 seconds, and they just let it run out. Nobody did nothing.
Like, why would you even pass it to start if you weren't trying to go downfield? Again, it goes back to, was this an indecision? Was it you trying to do it, but then hold on, we don't need to do that. We'll run a play. Well, no, just guys stay there. It just seems so indecisive. And as the head ball coach, and you're in that position, and you need to win this game, you're in a position to maybe get something. Because again, your field goal kicker is amazing. Connor Limpert's a great field goal kicker. Not saying you got to score a touchdown, but give the guy a shot. He can't gain because they took over. Was it at the 25?
Well,
where they started the drive.
The drive ended at the 31. So yeah.
Roughly. So if you could have gotten another 30 yards.
Yeah, I was going to say they needed 25 to 30 yards to put him in position to have a 40-something yard field goal.
Yeah.
They were at the 31, so just do the math. 19 to get you to midfield. How much more beyond midfield do you want to be? Probably 15 to 20 yards. Mm-hmm. So 35-ish yards gives Limpert at least a decent opportunity. If you miss it, you miss it. Fine.
Yeah. The half's over.
You took a chance.
Yeah. And how big would that field goal have come into play in this game? I mean, obviously, it's always woulda, coulda, shoulda. But
would have changed the strategy. It changed the way you went about things.
You need all the points you can get.
I mean, there was some, and we discussed this. I mean, I didn't think it was open and shut on the 4th and 15. They went for it with 2:23 left or 2:25, whatever it was. And there's a decision to be made there. Do you kick the field goal and then maybe get an onside kick and try to go kick another field goal to win the ball game?
Maybe. I didn't have an issue with
I didn't have an issue with going for it.
I didn't have an issue with that.
But if you're, you could have kicked a field goal there and then but we'd probably be sitting here with the same complaints if they'd lost by 1 that, hey, but the problem is you couldn't – there's no faith in the defense to get a stop. Now, maybe they get an onside kick. I don't know. And seen that.
You just got to put yourself in a position to win games, and you got to get points when you can. And I feel like 55 seconds with 2 timeouts to gain 30 yards to at least put yourself in a position to get points is not too much to ask.
Yeah.
Or at least it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be too much to ask. Because you've always preached about tempo. You should know about tempo. You know about moving fast. That's a perfect opportunity for you to showcase it right there.
I'm just shocked they didn't score in the red zone. Just shocked.
I know. It's so surprising. Let's go back to the Cherokee Casino hotline. Sterling is in Center Ridge. What's going on, Sterling?
What's up?
Hey, guys. I didn't have a problem with him setting on it at the end if he was going to set on it at the beginning. If you come out there and you take a knee and you say, oh, we're going to go with the lead, we don't want to take any chances, that's one thing. But to come out and throw a pass, and then if that didn't break, if that didn't go like you wanted,
then
take a knee on second down.
Right. So it's like they never had a plan. We had a plan, then we changed the plan because you're exactly right. The things that the first down play doesn't go with second or third down decisions. Those two things don't mix.
Right. That's the problem with it. I mean, the ultimate decision is not the problem. It's the indecisiveness, not being 2 steps or 3 steps ahead when you're the head coach. You got to be ahead of the game when you're the head coach.
Well,
you can't be watching the game and then making
Sterling. It's a mindset. I mean, there should be no question about what you want to do with 55 seconds to go in the half. There should
either go or hold.
Yeah,
either go or hold right off the top. On the 4th and 15, I was disappointed with that play. I thought the play was to kick the field goal, and I'll tell you why. I know you're down 4 and you need a touchdown. But 4th and 15, we was not going to make that. The chances of us making that was slim to none. You make the field goal, and maybe you get lucky. Now, I don't think we're going to stop them. Don't get me wrong. I don't think we're going to stop them and force a punt. But maybe they drop the ball. Maybe we get a deflection. Maybe he fumbles. Maybe we hit him hard.
Mm-hmm.
Then all we need is a field goal. My thing is on the 4th and 15 is that it's 4th and 15. If it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, 4th and 6 even, 4th and 15, we no way we're going to make it.
I agree with you.
No way, no how.
That's fair.
We're not going to have enough time to throw the ball. Austin Capps, I hate. I shouldn't take that back. Forget I said that. The offensive line had troubles protecting, and they're not going to protect for that long of a route in that situation when you have to pick it up.
What do you have
That's my only problem with that.
What do you have a better chance of doing, Sterling? Recovering an onside kick or converting a 4th and 15 in the red zone?
Onside kick with this team.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
with this team, yes. Guys, I love your show, and I'm still behind Chad, but I'm not surprised with people jumping off this ship. I mean, how can you? Why would you? I mean, you only get 4 years to play, and you see, and from what I'm seeing on the outside, and it's no telling what they see on the inside. And on this quarterback, why is it the quarterback that come off the bench plays the best? I don't care who starts; he's going to struggle. The guy going to come off the bench is going to play better than what he's been playing. It has happened to that last year too. The guy that comes off the bench plays better than the guy who's got most of the reps. It's like they get hurt. It's like they're being coached down instead of being coached up. That's all I got, guys. Y'all have a great day.
Thanks, Sterling.
Yeah, appreciate the phone call as always, Sterling, man. Call back anytime on this Toyota Tuesday. Be sure to check out all new 2019 Toyota vehicles at your local Arkansas Toyota dealer, including the Highlander with plenty of room up to 8 people, the stylish new Corolla, the work-ready Family Tough Tundra, and the go-anywhere 4Runner. Toyota, let's go places. And I get what Sterling was saying about as far as the end of that game, and that was really what it came into is if it's 4th and 15 and you kick the field goal, at least put yourself in position, because then if you get an onside kick, then, again, you have a great field goal kicker, you might be in your position. Those are the types of things where it's like I can see it both ways. And it's kind of the same thing with the support of Chad Morris that we've either been seeing or not seeing from a lot of our callers and our texters and everybody is a matter of, okay, if you are still hopeful in Chad Morris, or if you still are believing that he can get it done, I guess my question would be is, what are you pointing to? Like, where do you point to in the hope? Because forever it was recruiting class, but now it's like, where do you point?
Forever, by forever you mean a year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
right.
but throughout the summer, at the end of last year, is always, well, get these guys out of here, get the recruiting class, wait till they get a quarterback, and then everything's going to be okay.
It's not an excuse. It's just a fact. This is a young team. We talk about the freshmen. We talk about, 53 freshmen and redshirt freshmen. And it's a young team.
It is. But the issues we're seeing is not because of youth and inexperience, though. That's the problem. That I get that, and you can. There's your certain limitations that you could put yourself in as a team, but the issues is not freshmen. You don't lose to San Jose State because of youth and inexperience.
Tanner in Tupelo tells us on the Cherokee Casino hotline, John, you'll appreciate this. Evidently, Morris has never played EA Sports NCAA 14 because with 55 seconds to go and 2 timeouts, you might get 2 possessions out of that.
Buddy, if I got 15 seconds and no timeouts, I am still going to be throwing those Hail Mary verticals like they're going out of business. I'm going to be passing it downfield, trying to get something out of it, obviously. Now, that's a good one. Really appreciate that one, Tanner. But Tanner in Greenwood says, here's the deal. We shouldn't even be talking about what decisions were made going into half. The constant getting dominated by less talented teams is what drives me nuts. Which, again, we're just unpacking everything. Like, the reason they lost the game is not because they didn't go for it before halftime and try to get some points. That's not the reason they lost. It's just one of the many elements get talked about. And it's one of those decisions or lack of decisions that go into play of why it might be a bigger issue with this football team. Maybe the lack of conviction in what they're trying to do and being aggressive is what's been problematic with the team. Maybe the not going with the team and trusting your defense or trusting your offense is what has hurt some of the players and their ability to have their own confidence. Whatever it is, I think that there's a few of these issues that you can unpack and you really can relate and see the more descriptive problem with what this team is.
Shane in Alma says the team reflects the coach. Lane in Fayetteville, texting on the Cherokee Casino hotline, said the fact that he was worried about a forced punt is the real problem. Lane, that's a good point. I mean, the fact is you should be worried about how do I get 35 yards here and at least get a shot before time runs out. It's a mindset, and it's what we were talking about, the lack of killer instinct with your head coach or the appearance thereof.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I hate the fact that we keep going back to Bobby Petrino, but that's the last good thing we can reflect on.
We got to compare it to.
What would Bobby Petrino have done? He'd have thrown it, and he'd have thrown it some more.
We didn't come to paint.
Because Bobby wouldn't even thought about kicking a field goal with 55 seconds to go. What would Bobby have been thinking? How do we get a touchdown? And that's what you want in your head coach.
We didn't come to paint. We came to score.
Forget about a field goal. We got 55 seconds. We're going to score a touchdown. That's the mindset you want.
And I have a plan to make it happen. I have a game plan put in place and that these players will know that it's going to happen. I agree with you. Let's go back to the Cherokee Casino hotline. John is on the road in Oklahoma. What's going on, John?
Hey, I think you guys are doing a great job, first off. And wanted to I was a huge Chad Morris fan. I mean, I've been a fan of him all the way up to this point. And it's not really some of the things he does in the game, causes me some question. But what really does it is what he sold the fan base in the state of Arkansas when he came here was a vision. I think both of you will agree.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same vision that he sells to recruits. Now, we've got a recruit that's leaving who was sold on that vision, and I think that tells us all we need to know. We only know what that comes out of there, and we have players that are closest to the source telling us that they don't believe in the vision anymore.
Yeah.
And but with that happening, I think it does us a favor because we could have dragged this out years and years and years, but he's sitting there waving the red flag saying this isn't going to work. So it's pretty, if you look at it half glass full, he's letting us know way early that he's not the guy. So we're able to overcome this if we hire the right guy. Yeah. And, Bielema didn't work out, but what got us really in the end was he was giving us a little bit of a taste of a success, and then we drug it out for, 5-6 years. And we have the opportunity not to make that mistake again and get the right person here to turn this around. If not, this crater is going to be even greater than it is. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah. Thanks for the call, John. I think these visions that coaches lay out in these initial press conferences, particularly coaches that are unproven, man, they're like dating profiles online. It's really what you're hoping to be someday. Long walks on the beach and self-sufficient, energetic,
entrepreneur,
and love to cook and love to clean. I'm a clean freak.
Mm-hmm. And gym rat. I'm a big gym rat.
Big gym rat.
In the gym.
I mean, that's really for an unproven coach. That's what these things are. These visions they give you in these initial press conferences. They're dating profiles. They're mainly what you're hoping to be someday.
That's right.
Not what you really are right now.
Because you got to sell it. You got to sell it.
You're trying to sell it. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's like a dating profile. Now proven coaches don't have to do that. Why? Because proven guys don't have to get online to go get a date.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. They can just walk in anywhere they want and get the dates that they want. See,
that's what these things are.
Your previous analogy wasn't good. That one was a good one, Tommy. I'll give you kudos to that. Let's go ahead and get into your Hog update here on the Morning Rush.
Arkansas football. It's the players running through the A. Hog hats. It's more than 70,000 fans calling Woo Pig Suey.
It's a great day to be a Razorback.
Guys, I've got just one thing I want to say to you. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Arkansas wins the national championship! The Arkansas Razorbacks have completed the dream season!
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
All right, it is time for your Hog Update, presented by Ozark Sportsman Supply.
Yeah, anything Carhartt you need, they got at Ozark Sportsman Supply and Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear. Carhartt coats, jackets, insulated bibs, Carhartt vests, Carhartt jeans, shirts. If it's got Carhartt, they've got the full lineup there at Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear. So for all you working men and women listening, you need Carhartt, head to the Ozarks. Plus, while you're there, check out the firearms, the gun safes, the archery supplies, fishing supplies, the largest selection of accessories in Northwest Arkansas, and the indoor gun range, 15 lanes of awesome target practice, all waiting for you as well. Why go anywhere else? It's all in one place under one roof. The Ozarks, Ozark Sportsman Supply, and Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear, Highway 412 West, barely out of Springdale and Tawnytown.
So for your Hog update, Arkansas will be playing Alabama at 6 p.m. next Saturday on ESPN. Hooray.
Yeah.
Down in Tuscaloosa.
Well, what did you want?
Huh?
Does it really matter what channel they play on?
What did I tell you? I said that if the game is away from
you
Fayetteville,
said-
I want 11 a.m. games.
You said, great.
Yeah, I wanted 11 a.m. games. When it's on the road, give me
you
11 a.m.
You got an 11 a.m. Problem is, it's a home game.
Exactly
Right.
my point. Switch them up.
Yep.
I would take that. So, but everyone be ready and prepared for that one.
All right.
Other news: Davion McClure has decided to step away from football to concentrate on his family and getting a real life job. Which
Hey, I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I
got kids to raise.
No problem there with the
My
decision.
question
that
is,
made.
if you were an 8-win, or at this point, if the record was 4 or 5 wins at this point, would you be stepping away?
I do not know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
either.
know. Only he can answer that question.
But
you don't see those kind of stories with winning football teams.
No, but he wasn't the only player that is leaving the team. Nope. Devin Bush announced yesterday that he has entered his name into the transfer portal. Now, people are always thinking about it's the Devin Bush that's in the NFL. No, it's not. This is Devin Bush. Was
we could use him.
That's right. He was the highest rated recruit in the 2019 class defensively that Arkansas had. He had offers.
4-star guy.
That's right. He had offers to Georgia, LSU, Auburn, Oklahoma, just to name a few. So
Northeast Louisiana State.
Yeah, that one I think he was really considering. Yeah, second choice there.
Tulane.
But highly recruited, and he hadn't played that much. He only had, I think, 6 tackles this season. So wasn't a huge impact this year. But that's one of those things you're like, ugh. He really wanted to see what he could do in the next few years. So a big blow there to Arkansas.
Tom Murphy was at the Chad Morris press conference yesterday. We'll talk to Tom about it coming up in just a few minutes here on the other side of the break on the Morning Rush. Want to invite you to Gaston's. Join us for Thanksgiving at Gaston's White River Resort. Call now for your reservations, 870-431-5202. I know it's just mid-October at this point, but Thanksgiving's really not as far away as you think, and you need to make a reservation now, particularly if you'd like to make a week or a weekend of it at Gaston's. A lot of people are starting that tradition of spending Thanksgiving at Gaston's, so call and make your reservation. Whether it's just for Thanksgiving dinner that day, they'll have an all-day Thanksgiving spread with their buffet. It's wonderful. Or you can call and get a cabin or a lodge and fish the whole weekend, relax and unwind, get a little break before the holidays truly set in. 870-431-5202. Call now and make your reservations at Gaston's White River Resort. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
This is Toyota Tuesday on the Morning Rush. Get by your local Toyota dealer for a test drive today. Toyota, let's go places.
The fall celebration is here at Crabtree RV. Take advantage of RV show pricing on hundreds of new models. Deer Hunter specials under $10K and wholesale to the public prices on dozens of pre-owned RVs and the most money for your trade. These deals are so good, it's scary. And we are topping it off with the Crabtree Trunk or Treat, Saturday, October 19th at 6 p.m. Bring the kids and celebrate with us at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
Hey, man.
Hey.
I like your new Toyota Tundra.
Thanks. I got a great deal on it at the Toyota Tailgate event. Now I can spend my weekends out in the wilderness, tackling all sorts of terrain, kicking up rocks, barreling down deep forest trails.
Oh, totally.
Going on rough, tough, rugged journeys. You know, really just getting out and connecting with nature.
Right.
I'm talking ATVing, mountain biking, taking the boat out, weekends jam-packed with activities.
That's cool.
I mean, except on game days. On game days, I'll still be here tailgating with you.
Oh, good. Because you're the only one with a big enough grill.
Nice. Real nice.
Hurry in to the Toyota Tailgate event for a great deal on trucks made to withstand your weekend. Qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus a $2,000 special edition bonus on a new 2019 Toyota Tundra Special Edition. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places. Visit buyatoyota.com for details. Offers available in select states and in 11/4/19.
The Morning Rush is brought to you by Supercuts, who supports local teams. Supercuts, we're super into the movement.
Is your home at least 10 years old and served by OG&E? OG&E is offering Arkansas customers a free weatherization program to increase your comfort and lower your bills. A trained crew will perform an energy audit at no cost to you, and if your home qualifies, our crews will install measures that will save you money. The services provided through this program are absolutely free to qualifying homes. If you could benefit from free home weatherization improvements, call OG&E at 1-800-272-9741. That's 1-800-272-9741.
This is Mark Hurst at Hurst Family Dental Care. October is our anniversary month, and to say thank you for 2 amazing years, we want to give something back to you. If you're a new patient to our office and call during October to schedule a cleaning appointment and mention this ad, we will include a comprehensive exam at no additional cost. If you're one of our existing patients and call during October, we will give you a $100 credit toward any planned treatment. Give us a call at 474-1972 and mention this ad and let us show our appreciation to you. Hurst Family Dental Care, a name you know and a name you can trust.
Did someone say, I'm hungry? Visit 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge on the Avenue. Try the new panini sandwiches like the Chicken Pyro or the Cubana or the signature 906 wings. Jumbo wings roasted with honey bacon jam. Want some spice? Try the black and blue wings. Experience their salads, flatbreads, coffees and desserts, top shelf wines and liquors, premium beers, world-class cigars, all in an atmosphere that feels less like a lounge and more like a destination. Sample, indulge, escape. 906 Cocktail and Cigar Lounge. Treat your appetite on the Avenue.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources. Fall is my favorite time of the year. Football, fine weather, and my chance to flip the lot. We're out to sell every single car in our Rath Road Ready inventory and flip the lot during our fall clearance. That's right, every vehicle must go. To make it happen, we're discounting our entire inventory with savings up to $4,300 below retail. Even our special purchase vehicles are included, like 2018 Hyundai Elantra SELs for only $13,991. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in our Meineke Car Care Center with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires and 50% off brake pads. Don't miss out on the savings. Help us flip the lot. Get the Rath Road Ready vehicle that's perfect for you and save up to $4,300 during the fall clearance at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
We've invented a new messaging system using the crisp sounds of Bud Light. Crisp Code. Lesson 42. This is how you say happy hour. It's happy hour. Let's go get some Bud Lights. That's it for today.
Brewed with no corn syrup. Bud Light. Crisp. Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer. Anheuser-Busch. St. Louis, Missouri.
What does that mean?
It means they are the best of the best.
Okay.
It means that Jody'sAuto.com was voted by the people that deal with them,
their customers,
as best at first getting the car in one of their 3 shops quickly, finding out what was wrong with it, fixing it right the first time, and charging the customers a fair price for the repairs.
Getting it in, getting it out quickly at a fair price. Huh.
Real simple. Jody'sAuto.com. Best of the best.
Jody'sAuto.com. One stop for the best tire brands at the best prices. Price match guarantee. And these folks know tires. 3 oil change specials. One stop for all services, all repairs, all maintenance, towing, and fleets. 3 locations, 2 in Fort Smith and 1 in Van Buren. When you have made up your mind to live by 3 words, do what's right, being voted by your customers best of the best is quite an honor. Convenience and trust since 1984. Jody'sAuto.com, best of the best.
ESPN 95.3. We're taking it one show at a time. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by Metal Mart.
Yeah, they offer high-quality prefabricated metal buildings, metal roofing, carports, and custom trim. Contractors, as well as the weekend do-it-yourselfers, you're welcome to come by because they can take care of everyone at Metal Mart. Fort Smith, Mayflower, Jonesboro, Pine Bluff, and in Little Rock is where you'll find their locations. Also, Metal Direct on Enmar Drive in the capital city. Metal Mart, the right material for the right price.
Been talking a lot of Razorback football, taking your questions, comments, concerns, mainly concerns, dealing on the Cherokee Casino hotline. And we'll keep those going here in the third hour of the show. But right now, let's go to the Cherokee Casino hotline and welcome in the man, Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette. Good morning, Tom. How you doing, man?
Yo, gents, I'm hanging in there, man, kind of like the Razorbacks.
Yeah. So you were there yesterday when Chad Morris and the coordinator spoke. What was kind of the mood? What was the sense that you got following this Kentucky loss? What the body language and all that stuff tell you?
Yeah, a lot of looking down. I mean, you have to batten down the hatches when you just finished the first half of your season and you're 2-4, and Chad Morris talked about it. Just a few plays away from having a winning record, maybe being 5-1, but they did not take advantage against the softer part of their schedule, and now they enter the bear part, the gruesome reality of back-to-back games against number 11 and number 1, and as he said, you need to drive 20 yards in the last two games to win the game, and they didn't do that, and or get a stop late in the game against San Jose State. Didn't do that. So a lot of frustration. A couple of players left the team yesterday, so they're kind of in this bunker mentality. I think Chad put it. We're in a corner, and they say they're going to keep fighting. So I think it's imperative that they perform well in these next two games, even though they're going to be huge underdogs. That they perform better these next two games.
Well, Tom, just what went wrong in that Kentucky game? Because I know we talked about it a lot yesterday, but just in your mind, you felt like Arkansas was a good enough team to win. You felt like that having 2 weeks to prepare, the bye week, getting everybody healthy, it was going to be extremely beneficial. But it just in your mind, what was some of the main reasons why Arkansas was unable to get that victory in Lexington?
Yeah, the big picture was that they did not take control of first half when it was there for the taking. They got the turnover, and it led to a field goal. They got, there was a fumbled punt right before that Jordan Silver came up with the ball, but somehow it was ruled for Kentucky. But anyway, they had a chance. If the passing game had been on, it was just stunning how few yards they passed for. If the passing game had been on, some of those field goal drives might be touchdown drives, and they could be up 17-0 or 20-0 before Kentucky kind of wakes up. They did a really good job defensively of limiting Kentucky in about their first 3 or 4 drives until the touchdown right before half. And then instead of being like in control, it's a one-score game, 13-7 at halftime. I thought Chad made a tactical error in not trying to be aggressive late in the first half with 55 seconds left. I think he was more concerned about what could go wrong instead of what they could have put on the board. And if your mentality is left lane and hammer down and we're going to be aggressive, that was the time to do it. And so, I'm not saying they would have scored, but they got 6 or 7 yards on first down, I think.
Yeah.
And then they sat on the ball on third down. So, and then in the second half, it felt like they could have added another guy to the box because Kentucky wasn't going to pass it very much. So maybe you just go to pretty well straight man coverage and cheat another safety up there and try to limit what Lynn Bowden does, because he wound up being the guy who beat him.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately that was the difference in the game is you couldn't contain Bowden. When he got out on the edge and he found a crease, he found a first down. And that was the problem and that was the problem that defined the game and defined why Kentucky won the game.
I think so, and we're saying Bowden. I think it's Bowden, but anyway, I don't think it was a really complex game plan, but there was some nice nuances to what Kentucky did. Mark Stoops talked about it after the game. They exploited both edges. They even ran up through gaps on the interiors, and Arkansas blew pressure on the 24-yard touchdown. I think the one that gave them the lead for good, 24-20. And so, just a couple of blown calls can be a difference. And then, as you said, Bowden just found a way, and he was faster than some of their linebackers and safeties who were trying to get out there and stop him.
Tom, I also want to ask you just about going from here. It seems like not only Arkansas losing the game was bad, but then you have the decommitment from Tykeus Crawford. Then you have news of guys like Davion McClure leaving, which I know that was a different set of circumstances, but then Devin Bush, one of the best recruits that Arkansas had of the 2019 class, he has entered into the transfer portal. It just seems like it's constantly getting worse and worse by the day. It's early, but do you feel like that this could be kind of some dominoes falling and some issues of more to come where you may see more players leaving, transferring out, maybe more decommits?
Well, you can't rule that out. I mean, they're struggling, and it's been a barrage of bad news, kind of like if you were a Braves or a Falcons fan. You just kind of take one blow after another, and you just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and the coaches talked about that yesterday. Of course, that was before the Bush portal news. So I think there's a bit of frustration from some players who, want to be playing more, and we talked to the coaches about, well, why aren't your freshman DBs playing more, or this group or this other group? And Chad yesterday said that you'd rather them, completely know what they're doing instead of, going out there and possibly getting burned or, having their confidence set back. And that was the thing Brett Bielema used to talk about all the time. But at some stage, they're a team desperate to find playmakers and look for sparks. And, I mean, that leads into the K.J. Jefferson situation. Right. Do you give him a chance?
Yeah.
Would he be a guy who's running, could open up other things for you and overcome maybe some of, the lack of complete knowledge of the playbook or whatever it might be? And maybe the same thing applies to some of the DBs. Bush has played very sparingly, and he was one of their top prospects. So John Chavis has said it several times this year. It's up to us to get these guys ready to play. And, McClure had played a very few snaps against Kentucky, and the one game it feels like he played a good bit, San Jose State, he made a lot of plays. So just don't know exactly what it is to keep some of these guys from getting in the game.
All right, real quick before we go, does Chad Morris win enough to survive it this year? Does he stick? Will he be allowed to stick around for a third year in your opinion?
Yeah, there's a lot left to be played out to see, but it doesn't look good. And I would say this: 2 years is not enough time, generally speaking, to let a guy show what he's got. They've been good recruiters. They've had good game plans for some of the games. But the bottom line of winning games that are there for you and winning, they haven't pulled off with enough, consistency. And they're still looking for a quarterback who can go in and play consistently. So, like I said, they got to look good the next two games.
Tom, always appreciate you hopping on with us, man. We'll catch up with you on Thursday, all right?
You betcha. See ya.
All right, check out the True Blue Savings event. It's going on right now at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. Take advantage of 0% financing, cashback savings, and other year-end specials that are on right now with New Holland tractors, hay and forage products, and material handling equipment. Get in on all the True Blue savings right now. It's at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers.
We're going to continue to take your phone calls and text messages via the Cherokee Casino hotline and also get into a new segment called Dubs and Scrubs. We'll tell you more about it on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Save up to $5,000 on select in-ground pools at Burton Pools and Spas. Fall is the perfect time to start planning your backyard oasis for next summer so you can relax and enjoy the lazy days poolside with family and friends. Burton Pools and Spas also has luxury spas, grills, and patio furniture. Don't wait. Save up to $5,000 right now on select in-ground pools, including saltwater models. It's all at Burton Pools and Spas. Stop in for the details. Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith. Your source for backyard fun.
What's your more? Maybe it's more time sitting by your new pool. Watching your grandkids cannonball the day away. Whatever you'd like more of, Mega Millions from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery can turn those dreams into reality. And the next drawing is for more than $60 million. So go to your local lottery retailer and get your ticket to more today. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Hi, this is Tommy Kraft. Did you know Ozark Outpost Clothing and Footwear is now a working man's and working woman's paradise? That's right. The Ozarks is now your go-to store for all your work clothes and work footwear needs. Carhartt coats, Carhartt jackets, Carhartt insulated bibs, Carhartt vest, Carhartt jeans, Carhartt shirts, Carhartt tees, Carhartt work boots, and Carhartt work accessories. The Ozarks collection of Carhartt workwear is huge. There's no need to go anywhere else for any of your work clothing. And when you're done shopping for Carhartt, walk over to Ozark Sportsman Supply and see the best selection of firearms, gun safes, archery, fishing supplies, and the largest selection of accessories in Northwest Arkansas. Then go work off some stress in the indoor gun range. 15 lanes of awesome target practice, all in a temperature-controlled indoor facility. Why go anywhere else when you can get it all in one place? The Ozarks, Ozark Sportsman Supply, and Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear on Highway 412 West, barely out of Springdale in Tawnytown.
This is Mark Hurst at Hurst Family Dental Care. October's our anniversary month, and to say thank you for 2 amazing years, we want to give something back to you. If you're a new patient to our office and call during October to schedule a cleaning appointment and mention this ad, we will include a comprehensive exam at no additional cost. If you're one of our existing patients and call during October, we will give you a $100 credit toward any planned treatment. Give us a call at 474-1972 and mention this ad and let us show our appreciation to you. Hurst Family Dental Care, a name you know and a name you can trust.
Where can you get award-winning Memphis-style barbecue in Fort Smith? Whole Hog Cafe on Burrow Road across from Cisterna Plaza off 71 South. Feast on world champion barbecue with their famous potato salad and smoky sweet baked beans while watching sports on the big screen. Plan your business meeting in the banquet room that seats 40. If it's a morning meeting, the coffee is on them. And they cater any event, large or small, and provide servers if you want. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner and a convenient drive-thru for takeout orders. The new location on Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith is coming soon.
You always get more at Orr.
We always put the customer first at Orr Chevrolet in Fort Smith. Since 1924, the Orr family of dealerships has grown based on one simple principle. Give the customer more money for their trades and give them a lower price on their new vehicle. It's a simple concept, really, but one that very few dealers honor anymore. Hey, we know you paid a lot of money for your vehicle, and Orr Chevrolet wants to pay you the maximum amount for it today. Then we'll give you an awesome price on a new Chevrolet. But we're not done giving you more. Included with any new vehicle sold, Orr Chevy will also give you a lifetime powertrain warranty, 2 years of free maintenance, and free car washes for life. So come get a lower price and more money for your trade today at Orr Chevrolet on Auto Park Drive in Fort Smith and 24/7 at OrChevyFS.com. Chevy, find new roads.
You always get more at Orr.
Spring is in the air. Not in the house, Dalton. It's okay, AJ. Aw, snap, I told you not in the house. Red Kool-Aid all over the white carpet. Mom and Dad are gonna... It's okay, AJ. I can't believe it. We're so in trouble. I told you so.
Thank you for calling Service Master Clean. This is Tanya. How can I help you?
Tanya, it's Dalton. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Think Service Master Clean. Visit us online at smcleanonline.com.
Got a mystery stain on the carpet and the kids insist they don't know what it is? Or you're just ready to give the house a good spring cleaning? Call Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Call today for spring specials.
Service Master Clean. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. It's okay, AJ.
Massey Ferguson tractors have arrived at Bush Machine and Tractor. They're proud to be the newest Massey Ferguson dealer in Western Arkansas, providing you with a full lineup of versatile tractors. They're built with straightforward power, smart fuel economy, and upgraded control and comfort. Stop by and find a new Massey Ferguson perfectly sized for your property or farm at Bush Machine and Tractor in Fort Smith, or visit them online at bushtractor.com.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Storm system lifting in, and we're going to start to work in some showers and a few thunderstorms for tonight. The further south that you go, everyone dealing with rounds of showers and thunderstorms and even some heavier rain as we're heading through Tuesday. Overnight lows falling between about 55 and 60, and our Tuesday high from the low to mid 70s. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Naramore with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Radio station.
KERX, Paris Fort Smith, from the Bush and Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3. This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light, brewed with the best barley, rice, water, and hops to be America's favorite light beer. Bud Light, please drink responsibly. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios, this is the Morning Rush.
Just extremely frustrating. Did not feel like we executed in the key moments when we needed to the most. And come away with points in the red zone early in the game was disappointing. Where we are in our program right now, we get the ball in the red zone, we got to score touchdowns. We were unable to do that, especially early on when we had the momentum. It's something we're just going to have to get back in and go to work.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
My friends and I, we drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
2 hours down, 1 hour to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Maddie T in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Toyota Tuesday. Be sure to check out all new 2019 Toyota vehicles at your local Arkansas Toyota dealer, including the Highlander with plenty of room up to 8 people, the stylish new Corolla, the work-ready Family Tough Tundra, and the Go Anywhere 4Runner. Toyota, let's go places.
I know you didn't want to do this here, but we need to do this.
What's up?
Well, I mean, we've had people text and call and want to know, where's Ty? Is Ty quit? Ty not here no more? Ty, yes, we have fired Ty.
Well, I explained to people that we put him out the pasture like Old Yeller. Right. Is essentially what we did to Ty.
And who is Maddie T? And all this stuff. So I guess we ought to, because yesterday was we'd planned to do it yesterday. And then people were complaining about something. I don't even remember what people were complaining about.
Something about a football game.
Something about a football game on Saturday.
Yeah.
We didn't get to it.
No, we didn't get a chance. So we've just been saying the name. But
Maddie T.
We haven't put a voice.
Who is Maddie T?
Well, Maddie T is our new producer here on The Morning Rush. His full name is Matt Travis, but due with his long career in radio, he just kind of became known as Maddie T. So Maddie T is our producer. So when you call into the show, you'll hear Maddie T's voice and all of that. So let the people know what you sound like, Maddie.
Yeah, we got to hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, is this thing on?
Yeah.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah. Great start to a career in radio. Is this microphone on?
Test, 1, 2.
Yeah. That's probably smart. It's at least he asked about it if it's on before he starts talking.
I've already heard from some of my previous callers that I used to talk to. Sterling is called in today, and I've had the pleasure of talking to Gentle Ben again. So
it is a pleasure.
Yeah. So glad to hear from him.
But no, Ty's still with the company. We've just added to the team.
Yeah.
And Ty is no longer a part of getting up at 5 a.m. or getting up at 4:30 to be here at 5 a.m. And
that's my job now.
That's now Matt's job. So Ty's here a little bit later in the day. So no, we haven't put him out to pasture yet.
Yeah, it's more fun to say that though, and it's more fun to give that. But yes, we want
Ty's still here. You can still listen to halftime. You can still his nonsense and shenanigans. We're still tolerating here for the time being.
Yeah, I doubt we'll be able to. Maybe convince isn't the right word, but I doubt we'll be able to get Maddie T to eat things like we would do with Ty on occasion. Like, hey Ty, how many of these corn dogs do you think you could eat?
Yeah, he wants eight chili dogs on the air during the show.
8 chili dogs, and that was within like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I mean it was impressive.
I can only imagine because I shared the studio with him Saturday after eating Tommy's chili, and that was pretty rough.
Man,
hazard pay.
That was not a fun time for no one. But it's good to have Maddie T on board and a part of the team, and I know he's going to do great. So
onward and upward.
That's right. And if you want to follow him on Twitter, Matt Travis is the Twitter handle for him as well. So it'll be a lot of fun. But we've been getting a lot of text messages, a lot of phone calls this morning. Keep those coming, 877-377-6963 via the Cherokee Casino hotline. And let's keep those going as we have Jeremy, who's in Greenwood. What's going on, Jeremy?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call.
Of course.
First-time caller.
Appreciate it.
Y'all may have touched on it already, but I was just curious about Devin Bush. Why would the coaching staff play this kid in 6 games and only 10 snaps and burn a year of eligibility for that?
I mean, that is the ultimate question I'm sure some people want to ask Chad Morris about.
And I'm sure that's obviously led to his decision to enter the transfer portal, is why he wasn't getting any more playing time. Playing time's always the root of why players, not always, but generally why players leave a program. So that's a good question. Question was, Was he going to get more playing time in the last 6 games of the year? Obviously, he's going to get none at this point. So.
Yeah, it's just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
It's just another thing to pile on the disastrous season we're having so far. So
yeah.
Anyway,
and also with Devin Bush, though, from what I understood and was talking with people, is that he enrolled early in the spring because he was sold and expecting to have a lot of playing time, get a lot of playing time. And when the playing time has not come, then you see the result. It transfers out.
And we haven't seen enough, so I'm going to make a blanket statement. This doesn't have anything to do with Bush. I'm going to generalize here. So because we don't know enough about him, as Jeremy pointed out, not enough snaps. But sometimes, and this guy's a 4-star, and there's probably a lot of, but sometimes 4 stars aren't 4 stars when they get here.
That's true.
Sometimes 5 stars just don't play up to the hype. And I don't know if that was the case here, but there's a reason why they weren't putting him on the field. They weren't holding him off the field because he was just too good. They were afraid he was going to tackle too hard. He was going to hit somebody too hard. They weren't afraid he was going to intercept too many passes, chase the quarterback out of the pocket too much on a blitz from the secondary. That's not the reasons why. So there are some reasons why the coaches made decisions to not play him more.
Yeah.
And just because you have 4-star by your name, a lot of times that works out. A lot of times these recruiting rankings are dead on, but they're not 100%. And I don't know if that's the case here or not. I don't know. We didn't see enough to know.
Yeah.
But there's a reason the coaches didn't play him more.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't hold him back because he was too good.
No, not at all. And also dealing with this too, it'll be a telltale sign of where he ends up transferring because, listen, if he ends up transferring to another SEC school or Auburn or something, you can start saying, wow, okay, so maybe this was a big miss. But, and again, not hating on anybody, but if he ends up transferring to a smaller school, it's kind of like, well, then maybe that's what it was.
You're only as good as your next job.
Exactly.
So that's the old adage. So we'll see where he ends up.
Yeah.
A lot of times players get in this transfer portal, they end up nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So
many times, and or at least end up.
Not everybody on the transfer portal finds a home.
No, and in a lot of cases, a lot of these guys think that they can go and get another big time offer, big time school, and they don't want to accept the smaller ones. Ends up being a bad deal. So yeah, it's
good call, Jeremy. Good question.
Really appreciate it, Jeremy. Let's keep it going. We got a lot of people calling in. Let's keep it going. Christian's in Springdale. What's going on, Chris?
Hey, I wanted to talk about the defense and Arkansas football. And, this weekend I was listening to the LSU coach on College Game Day, and he impressed me because, he knew the fact of how many tackles LSU had missed and the actual yardage that was given up on those missed tackles. And I was like, man, does Arkansas have that kind of stat? I mean, they could really use that. I mean, I just
hang on. You think Arkansas's missed some tackles this year?
Say again.
You think Arkansas's missed some tackles this year?
Yeah. just a few. So
no, I bet Chad Morris knows that too because he's a stats guy. He's an analytics guy. We all heard about him having a statistics degree. I bet when he unfolds all of his statistical data on this team, I bet he has that stat somewhere.
Well, I agree with you, Tommy. It's the mindset, though. I just don't think they have the mindset. That the coaches have not instilled that in the players, a mindset of attack and win. And it goes all the way back to the North Texas game where everybody just laid back on the punt. And, So, I mean, until you get that killer instinct, even if you're a bad team, you can still have a killer instinct,
Yeah.
So it's just not there.
Yep.
So thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate the phone call, Chris. Let's keep it moving. Robert's in Fort Smith. What's going on, Robert?
Hey, guys. Real quick. We've been talking, people talked about firing coordinators. Well, if you fire your coordinators, unless you're at your coordinator, and you're at Valdosta, Georgia Southern, something like that, besides the money, what would be the upswing of coming to Arkansas with the losses? Because because I would think unless it's money, you want yourself as a person to get to go to a bigger program, which you would be coming to Arkansas if you came from one of those schools. But if they're losing, do you really want to put yourself out there at that time or not? And I just want to see what y'all's thoughts are on that.
as far as changing coordinators, because there's been a lot of calls, a lot of people talking about Joe Craddock and John Chavis and them surviving. Who is going to sign up and hitch their wagon to Chad Morris right now? Someone you'd want in the SEC.
No one.
Exactly.
No one.
Now, I mean, if you want to change some responsibilities or change some things internally, fine. But I don't think you're doing anything to improve the situation, particularly at this point where you can't go hire a new coach and add them to you only get, 10 assistants and an 11th with a head football coach? You want to be a man short on your coaching staff the rest of the year? I don't think that's going to get you where you want to be. So I think it'd be very difficult to make a change in coordinators and improve the situation, particularly on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and here's the thing about that, because that gets brought up in any sport, really, even in basketball, because that was one of the things that people said about Mike Anderson. He just needed to change assistant coaches here. My whole thing with that, though, is it sounds nice, and a lot of people just want change regardless. But to me, the only time that you can say that changing coordinators, for instance, would be a good solution is if that coach who's in place, who has been there for a long time and has had success at that current program, but is starting to see things drop off. Look at Houston Nutt when he was at Arkansas. What was the thing that people were screaming for him to have by year 7 or 8? Was an offensive coordinator.
And it was give up play calling.
Yeah, and it wasn't because that his tenure was a failure. It was because they could see that the offense was starting to really drop off. They weren't getting the same offensive production.
It's too basic, too vanilla, too predictable. Predictable.
So you got to switch it up. And it's been the same way even with someone as great as Nick Saban. People want to change from Jim McElwain as offensive coordinator. Why? And look at what they've done. They've adjusted. They've changed. It has nothing to do with Nick Saban and he was just failing as a coach.
Yeah.
It had to do with the times. You can't really do that with Chad Morris because these are the guys that Chad Morris brought in. These are the guys that Chad Morris felt best about and most comfortable with. And I don't think him going, well, Joe Craddock, I'm going to switch it up and I'm going to bring in somebody else. To me, that's putting a Band-Aid over a terrible wound that you need surgery on. Like that's not going to fix the problem. Because there hasn't been something where it's like, no, Chad Morris is fine. It's just he needs to switch it up a little bit under him because it's getting a little old and played out and it's behind the times. Like, no, you didn't have that. So I don't know if coordinators and changing that or making changes there is going to fix anything at all.
Well, the only way you'd be able to make change there is like 2 to 3 year guaranteed contracts for someone to come in. No one's going to come in on a 1 year deal.
No.
2 year deal.
At least nobody of note.
Well, but that's who you'd want.
Yeah.
Right. I know some people have been off the John Chavis wagon from the get-go, but as far as someone of note, how are you going to do any better than John Chavis right now in this situation?
No.
I know people had their sights set on Brent Venables from day one. That was never going to happen. Chavis is a pretty good plan B.
Mm-hmm.
And you say, well, it's passing by. And this. Listen, if he had some of the players he's had in the previous years, it might be a better deal.
Yeah.
Some of this is just roster.
Yeah, players make a huge difference in that, and so I don't think the coordinators.
I mean, I'm not saying that there's not some blame to go around with the coaching. There's plenty of blame to go around.
There's a reason. There's a reason that Matt Luke over at Ole Miss had to hire Rich Rodriguez and Mike McIntyre because they were just previously fired head coaches. Like they didn't go out and they didn't get a named guy. It's because nobody wanted to hitch their wagon to a Matt Luke who's sitting there in the hot seat could get fired this year.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to go with guys like that. I mean, it's a dicey situation regardless. Let's go back to the Cherokee Casino Hotline. Randy is calling from Tennessee. What's going on, Randy?
Good morning, fellas. My question is about scheme and personnel, and I haven't really heard it addressed much. I heard Craddock kind of address it yesterday during his press conference, but people like T.J. Hammonds, and having plays that are designed to put him in positions to make plays. And some of these other fellows, I know that we missed some throws and stuff with Burks and stuff like that. Someone even mentioned having Burks in the Wildcat just to get his hands on the ball, more often. But the thing that's been problematic to me is it doesn't seem like there's a very concerted effort to put playmakers in the positions where their strengths are to make plays. Like if I wanted to put if you're going to put T.J. Hammonds in a position to make plays, where would you put him? You put him somewhere to make plays in open field, somewhere in short yardage and just right behind the first line of defense and let him make plays. There's nothing like that going on. I don't see anything aggressive like that. Back in the time of Bobby Petrino, you'd always see him design plays that were specifically to people's strengths. Like, you'd see how many times did we see DJ go down the middle on a seam route, or Jarius on a fade and stuff like that. Or you'd see Greg Childs short yardage and fighting people off for yardage because that's where his strength was his brute strength, I don't see a whole lot of plays that are designed specifically for the personnel we have to accentuate their strengths. Mm-hmm. I just kind of like to hear what y'all think about that.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the phone call, Randy, man. I appreciate you listening all the way in Tennessee.
Randy, I think a lot of this issue is still offensive line related. They're not able to do the things that Chad Morris and Joe Craddock want to do to show off the talent they have. I mean, you'd like to run Rakeem Boyd more probably up the middle. Can't. Why? Because the offensive line can't produce. 4th and 15 the other night. You'd probably like to make a deeper, longer throw. It's just more difficult to execute these plays because a lot of the deficiencies that they have offensively still come back to the root of the problem being the offensive line and their inability to either open creases consistently or protect the quarterback long enough. And it's just hard to do what you want to do when you don't have it under control from the get-go in the trenches.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, and I think it's one of the many problems because you can't have Starkel out there throwing inaccurate balls. I mean,
right, but I don't think. But how comfortable can Starkel, Hicks, John Stephen Jones, KJ Jefferson, anybody be as the quarterback, knowing that offensive line is not going to protect you? It still comes back to when you could just get that basic problem fixed, stay healthy there. That's why losing Tykees Crawford is just such a disappointing blow as a recruit because you need 4-star offensive linemen to come in and fix this thing down the road. To me, the root of all their problems offensively still comes back to offensive line.
But if that's the case, then this is up to the coaching staff to make that adjustment.
I agree.
And
they have not been able to do that yet.
No.
But he's talking about personnel packages and play designs to show off the talent they got, like a TJ Hammonds.
Mm-hmm.
Or to show off, picking other players. He went through several of them there. I don't think you can design a whole lot of personnel packages and a lot of schemes and a lot of design. There's just not much you can do until you got a serviceable. I'm not talking about all conference, just a serviceable offensive line.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a big part of it. I mean, it really is. But it's that, and it's just getting the ball into the hands of your playmakers early and often and fast and quick. I mean, there's adjustments that you can make, but the offensive line has definitely not been helping matters any, and I don't think they're free of blame at all either.
Hey, make a hot spring spa part of your day-to-day routine and discover what it means to get more out of every day. Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith can help you with an instant rebate where you get $1,000 with a purchase of select hot spring spas right now from Burton Pools and Spas. They got tons of models to choose from, saltwater models that have music and video screens and all sorts of extras and features, LED lights. You can choose the model and get up to $1,000 right now with an instant rebate at Burton Pools and Spas. Springdale, they're off the I-49 412 exit there. It's exit 72. In Fort Smith, you'll find them on Zero Street at 6121 Zero Street in Fort Smith. And all the details online at burtonpools.com. Burton Pools and Spas is your source for backyard fun.
Great calls this morning. Let's keep them going on the Cherokee Casino hotline. Eddie is in Clarksville. Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning, gentlemen. I called in yesterday, and I talked about the snowball. And that snowball is getting bigger, and it's starting to gain momentum. And one of the things that the results of the snowball, recruits jump off. Let me say this. He's got a bigger problem than that, Coach Morris does. Hey, what about this class he just signed this year? And we got players such as Traylon Burks, Trey Knox, KJ Jefferson sitting on the bench, Hudson Henry sitting on the bench. Let me say this. Players, can we maintain them? You know what I mean? Players are not going to stay on a losing program. They're not going to stay on a program where there's no hope. And where coaches cannot make adjustments, where they cannot call plays. And it's just the snowball's getting bigger. And I've been a Hall fan since 1971, gentlemen. And I'm going to say I take great pride in this program. And I think we have an administration that don't care anymore. I I talked about mediocrity. And there's a two-headed snake at the U of A right now, and that snake is made up of mediocrity. We got, I realize, on a year check, and this is addressed to you, sir, I realize you did hire Coach Morris. I realize that. And I realize mediocrity, that snake was already at the U of A when you got there. But what I'm more interested in, is there a plan in place right now at this very moment? You can bring Coach, let me tell you something. I've never seen a coach in any conference start out 0 wins in a conference and survive. Now, we can bring Coach Morris back next year if you want to. Very easily, you'll start out next year, and looking into next year, you look at that schedule, it's much tougher. And let me say this, very easily start out 1-3 next year. How big is that lead? How big is the mediocrity at the U of A on that snake? On a year check, sir, we had an athletic director once. His name was Frank Bulls. I want you today to walk through the university at the U of A. Look at the spoiled patch facilities up there. Just look at it. Look at the Broyles Center. Look at our stadium. I mean, look at the history of our program. Watch the President of the United States leaning outside Razorback Stadium. You've got decisions to make, sir. As our athletic director, you're to look after the best interest of this program. And I'm saying this again, that snake can only exist if it's allowed to exist. Thank you for taking my call, gentlemen.
Okay, thanks, Eddie. As always, very passionate from you, and I didn't expect anything less. We have a ton of people calling and texting in via the Cherokee Casino hotline.
Including a guy I want to – Gary in Arkadelphia is on the line.
Yes, he is.
Gary, hold right there. Everybody wants to hear what you've got to say, but I want to make sure you have plenty of time, and we're about 30 seconds from the break. So
yeah. So
you deserve more than 30 seconds. You don't call often, and when you call, I want to make sure you got all the time you need to say what you need to say.
That's right. Because if it's anything close to your crybaby Cornelius calls that you had from before,
it'll be first up.
That's right.
Ben and Brent, just hang on.
Yeah, we'll get to everybody as much as we can.
I'm sorry to put you in the position to be behind Gary, but that's what's coming up. I don't have a better tease than that for you, John.
Yeah, we'll try to get to all of you via the Cherokee Casino hotline on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fenceman and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fenceman and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh, homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith. Have one thing that's been on the menu for a while that we talk about is the Kickin' Chicken. It has become one of my favorites at Arts. It's got this. How would you define this Kickin' Chicken sauce? A lot of places have what they call Kickin' Chicken. Some are spicier than others. Some of it's just buffalo sauce. This is not. This is like a creamy buffalo ranch type. It's got just enough kick to it. They take some of their hand-breaded chicken tenders, they chop them up, and they just pile them up on a plate that's been tossed in this sauce. It is incredible. I had a Kickin' Chicken sandwich the other day, which is not on the menu, but they'll make one for you. They take their Texas toast, they don't chop up the tenders, and they just slather them in this sauce. It is delicious. So you can try any of these great stuff. Of course, they are a barbecue house. They got great ribs, got great brisket, great pulled pork, wonderful sides, and I've got it on good information. They're going to be adding mac and cheese soon as one of their sides. So it's all at Arts Barbecue. Try that hickory smoked life-changing bacon at Arts Barbecue and use the Waiter app to have it brought to you. That's Arts Barbecue in Fort Smith.
Let's go to the Cherokee Casino hotline and welcome in Gary, who is in Arkadelphia. What is going on, Gary?
Well, guys, I'm kind of like everybody else, just a little frustrated, scratching your head, shaking your head, trying to figure out what we see from week to week. And, guys, I'll just say this. I told a lot of people after the ball game, they tell them for a couple of days. A football team can't learn how to win if your coach is coaching not to lose. And we had a coach showed up Saturday playing not to lose. The ball game was lost with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter when we settled for the field goal. You had a 3rd and 10, and you hand it to Boyd up the gut for 2 yards, and then you kick a field goal. 3 plays prior to that, you threw the ball on 3rd and 10 and picked up a first down. I just felt like you're in field goal range, you got an automatic kicker. You either try to take a shot at the end zone or go ahead and try to pick up the first down and get the thing in the end zone. So the ball game was lost right there. And then you get the 55 seconds there at the end of the half. Kentucky went in the locker room knowing, hey, Mark Stoops told his players when they got in the locker room, that team don't believe they can beat you. They don't know how to beat you. And this ball game's ours for the taking. Let's go out here and get it. You had every opportunity in first half. Your guest earlier talking about how Kentucky give us every opportunity in the first half to blow that thing open and put it to bed. And we didn't do it. Go back to the A&M game, guys. We were aggressive, throwing on first down, running slants, running crossing routes, throwing screens, running jet sweeps, using your tempo, throwing to the backs, coming out of the backfield. Where was that at Saturday? There was they weren't aggressive. Man, when you hadn't won but 4 ball games, I hope somebody up there on the hill's listening to tell Chad Morris this. When you haven't won but 4 ball games in a year and a half, you need to act like you're sitting over at the Cherokee Casino playing on house money and gamble your damn ass off. Okay, try to make something happen. Okay, if it doesn't work, oh well, you tried. Okay, what we're seeing here, it just blows my mind how inconsistent we are, and it seems like what we're trying to accomplish as a football team. But there was no intensity. If we got the same team at the A&M game for the rest of the year, you know, that ball game Saturday would have been different. Didn't have the same intensity. You weren't aggressive. You're playing not. Guys, personally, I would tell Hicks and Starkle, you're going to be my backup quarterback to the Western Kentucky game. John Stephen Jones will be my starter the next 2 ball games. I understand you're not going to play KJ right now and burn his red shirt. But put John Stephen Jones in there, get us a regret guy. All you heard during camp, when Morris talked about quarterbacks, he spent more time talking about John Stephen Jones than he did the other 2. Okay? He's talking about the offensive line struggling to block. Well, what would help them a little bit against the defensive line? You got a quarterback back there. You don't know whether he's going to run the ball, he's going to hand it off. Beat by a wide receiver playing quarterback, for crying out loud. The first 25 minutes of the ball game, the defense did a heck of a job tackling. But from the 5-minute mark left in the second half, the rest of the game, they had missed tackles all over the field. And you go back and look at Kentucky's scoring drives, they had 1 or 2 plays every drive where there was 1 or 2 missed tackles that extended the drive, and they went down and scored. So, but not. And another thing, at the end of the game, you had that 4th and 15. I'm like Sterling, kick the field goal, kick the onside kick, see what you got. Mm-hmm. But the problem with that was on the first down, you have first down at 21. I went back and looked at it this morning. First down at 21, and you run a draw play for 2 yards. That was a wasted down. I mean, you're in a situation here. You're under 3 minutes. You need to get the ball in the end zone, and you're running a draw for 2 yards. That made no sense. So, but he's coaching scared. And when you coach scared, you're not going to do what you need to do as a coach. You're not going to take the chances. You're not going to put the people in position to make plays. It just blows my mind. You can be so aggressive against A&M and then come back and be so timid and scared against Kentucky. And if this coach gets 1 more year, and I'm just going to put this out here, I don't know if he's going to get another year or not. Everybody says coach should get 3 years. If he gets 1 more year, he's going to have to win 8 games to keep his job next year, period. So I don't know what y'all's thinking is on that, but anyway, if he gets another year, I think it's going to be a miracle. But anyway, guys, that's all I got, and everybody have a good one.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Gary. He's got to win a couple of games this year to get to next year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If he goes 0 for the rest of the way, he won't see next year. Might not see the end of this year.
Yeah, and I've even been of the belief that if he goes 0 for in the SEC this year, then he needs to make a change. I mean, just flat out. So, but always appreciate your phone calls, Gary.
All right, call board loaded up on the Cherokee Casino hotline. We'll get to as many as we can before we get out of here. Our final segment coming up, brought to you by World of Wireless, 877-305-DISH. They just got another load of tailgater units in. So if you're headed to the Deer Woods, you want to keep up with college football and all your favorite TV shows in the woods. You got a generator there and everything set up. You can watch with a tailgater, and it's easy. No Dish, LMB, all that stuff. Sign up now for Dish. You get them for $99 when you sign up now, plus a $200 Visa gift card when you make the move to Dish. Call, get all the details from Ben, and you can just buy a tailgater unit as well from World of Wireless. That's 877-305-DISH, 877-305-3474 for the local guys at World of Wireless.
This is Toyota Tuesday on the Morning Rush. Get by your local Toyota dealer for a test drive today. Toyota, let's go places.
What's your more? Maybe it's more time sitting by your new pool. Watching your grandkids cannonball the day away. Whatever you'd like more of, Mega Millions from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery can turn those dreams into reality. And the next drawing is for more than $60 million. So go to your local lottery retailer and get your ticket to more today. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest Bank. My goal today? Play an epic drum solo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. Maybe I should have let an expert help me accomplish my goal. And for your financial goals, Arvest is the expert. We can help you rock out buying a new home in no time. Get pre-qualified in person or on your phone. When it comes to your finances, trust the experts. Trust Arvest, Equal Housing Lender. Watch me attempt more goals at arvest.com/experts.
Hey there, this is Travis Tollett from Williams Tractor. As the calendar winds down, Williams Tractor is winding up the savings on your favorite color, True Blue. During the True Blue sales event going on now at Williams Tractor, take advantage of 0% financing, cashback options, and other year-end specials on select New Holland tractors, hay and forage products, and material handling equipment. Get in on all the True Blue savings now at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, or Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. But hurry in, the deal's in when the year does, on December 31st.
The Morning Rush is brought to you by Supercuts, who supports local teams. Supercuts, we're super into the movement.
You're born amazing, but sometimes life can bring the unexpected. That's why the emergency departments at Baptist Health Fort Smith and Van Buren are dedicated to providing the most trusted care to the Arkansas River Valley region. With a 30-minute or less wait time promise, backed by Baptist Health's comprehensive healthcare system, it's the rapid care you and your family can trust when it matters most. For the care that keeps you amazing, call 1-888-BAPTIST.
Do you love crab legs? Then get to the Catfish Kitchen in Van Buren every Tuesday and Saturday night for all-you-can-eat crab legs. Eat all the meaty, delicious crab legs you can hold. Plus all the fixin', coleslaw, beans, and the best hush puppies. Plus your drink, dessert, and ice cream are all included. It's only $44.95. That's all-you-can-eat crab legs every Tuesday and Saturday night from 4 till 8 at the Catfish Kitchen, 727 Fayetteville Road at the top of Logtown Hill, across from the police station in Van Buren.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources. Fall is my favorite time of the year. Football, fine weather, and my chance to flip the lot. We're out to sell every single car in our Rath Road Ready inventory and flip the lot during our fall clearance. That's right, every vehicle must go. To make it happen, we're discounting our entire inventory with savings up to $4,300 below retail. Even our special purchase vehicles are included, like 2018 Hyundai Elantra SELs for only $13,991. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in our Meineke Car Care Center with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires and 50% off brake pads. Don't miss out on the savings. Help us flip the lot. Get the Rath Road Ready vehicle that's perfect for you and save up to $4,300 during the fall clearance at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
You've worked hard your whole life anticipating the day you could finally retire. If that day is near, there are 5 things you need to do. Spend wisely, understand your retirement plan distribution options, plan for your required minimum distributions, know your Social Security options, and consider phasing. Call Brad Lewis at United Financial Advisors to discuss these steps in detail at 242-7466 or through our website at ufadvisors.net.
Securities and advisory services offered through Royal Alliance Associates, member FINRA SIPC. United Financial Advisors is a marketing destination.
Are you looking for a new place to call home? Whether you're looking for an apartment, duplex, townhome, or a house, Trinity Multifamily has you covered. They even have options in surrounding states, from Texas to Michigan and Kansas to Tennessee. If you're looking for a new place to call home, make Trinity Multifamily your first call at 479-452-1817. That's 479-452-1817. Or online at trinitymultifamily.com to search rental properties near you.
We did it again. Evans Body Shop has been voted the best independent collision repair shop in the River Valley for the 2nd year in a row. None of it would have been possible without our top-notch crew and our customers, friends, and family that take their time to vote for us. We would like to say thank you. We are humbled by the continued loyalty and support from our community and staff and will continue to go above and beyond every day. Evans Body Shop, 412 Gordon Avenue, Van Buren. Come by today and see why we say
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
Archery season is underway, and black powder season is just days away. And Jelco Outdoors has all your black powder rifles and supplies to get you ready for your hunt. Brands like CVA, Traditions, and Thompson Center. Stop by Jelco Outdoors, your premier locally owned sporting goods store in the River Valley, for all your fall hunting gear. Shop local. Shop Jelco Outdoors. And remember, a great hunt begins at Jelco Outdoors.
ESPN 95.3.
Somebody said we've got SEC bias. Deal with it. They're the best.
In the SEC, it just means more.
I know one thing. The SEC just got a little tougher.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
All right, it is time for your SEC update presented by Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear.
Hey, if you need Carhartt, you need the Ozarks. They've got it all. Carhartt coats, jackets, insulated bibs, Carhartt vests, jeans, shirts, everything Carhartt is there for the working man and the working woman. It's your paradise right now. So if you're trying to get ready for all the outdoors days ahead, the working days outdoors, they can take care of you at the Ozarks. Plus the fun stuff, too. Firearms, gun safes, archery supplies, fishing supplies, the largest selection of accessories in Northwest Arkansas, and it's all under one roof. And don't forget their 15-lane awesome indoor gun range as well. Hey, why go anywhere else? It's all at the Ozarks. Ozark Sportsman Supply and Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear, Highway 412 West, barely out of Springdale. It's in Tawnytown.
So for your SEC update, it was pretty cool yesterday. Jeremy Pruitt, Tennessee head coach, was meeting with the media, and he had mentioned the fact that his game plan against Alabama, he may just take a playbook of Kevin Kelly out of PA down there in Central Arkansas, saying that he just may not punt, may onside kick it every time, and see what works, see what happens. So a little shout out there for the high school team there in Arkansas. And also in great news, folks, Lynn Bowden won SEC Co-Offensive Player of the Week.
What do we always say?
Punch me in the face.
Yeah. You want to make a guy look like a Heisman candidate? Play Arkansas. Yeah.
Yep, every single time.
Goodness.
But the thing is, if I would have told you last week, I'm like, Lynn Bowden is going to be the SEC player of the FCC Offensive Player of the Week, would you have been surprised at all?
And Kentucky only scores 24 points.
Yeah. You would not have been surprised at all. It's just classic.
We should have bet on it.
Oh, it's so annoying. It's terrible. And also, this is just a real quick comment I want to make. I want to see if you agree with it, Tommy. Peter Burns of the SEC Network, he came out yesterday and he said, if Wisconsin had Alabama on their uniforms, they'd be in the top 3. Do you agree with anything like that? Because they're number 6 right now, and they have been destroying opponents and have had some good wins.
Yeah, I think there's some truth in that.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Wisconsin's just one of those teams where it's just like, they're not.
Alabama hadn't looked great, and they're number 1. I don't disagree with that.
See, I don't either, but it's like Wisconsin's always that program's just awesome, but then you're like, it's Wisconsin. Like,
Alabama's looked good. I mean, they haven't just looked dominant like they have before.
Yeah.
Clemson certainly hadn't either. Georgia fell off a cliff,
Yeah. Big time. Well, we'll find out a little more in 2 weeks of Wisconsin. They play Ohio State. So anyways, I just thought that was fascinating as well. We have a lot of people that have been calling and texting into the Cherokee Casino hotline. Appreciate all of them. We're going to try to keep them going. Brent, who is in Stuttgart, has been holding patiently. Brent, Appreciate it. What's going on, man?
Hey, Tommy and John. This is my second time calling, and I had a question, and I want to chime in on the season if I can.
Of course.
With the transfer portal has to do a change. I don't think that a young man should be able to put his name in the portal during the season. Finish the season out. You never know how much you're going to play. You don't know about injuries. You don't know about anything. So finish the season out, and then if you want to go in the portal, that's your business.
So you didn't like the way Kelly Bryant did it a year ago, where after 4 games he said, "I'm out of here," and he went on tour more or less. Because that would prohibit what we saw last year, which basically became a free agency arms race for his services.
Exactly, and I don't like how Devin Bush did it either.
Yeah.
I mean, you played some. Be happy with a little bit of playing time, and you'll get more and more as the season goes on if you're performing like you're supposed to.
But if you're in a situation like Kelly Bryant where it's your senior year and you haven't used your red shirt and you can only play in 4 games, you got to tell your coach, "I'm not playing in a 5th game." I mean, period. Or you don't have another year elsewhere. And I think that's what some of these players want to guard against, is they don't want to be put in a situation where they have to burn that red shirt year. They want to retain that year so they have that eligibility for elsewhere.
I've got a question about that. Does this year count as Devin Bush's year sitting out since he entered the portal?
No, because he played in 6 games this year.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Okay,
but for like Kelly Bryant a year ago, he didn't play in a 5th game, so he was free to go.
Yeah, but Bush just essentially wasted a year of eligibility. Yes.
Okay, and on to what I wanted to say, if you've got the time, is I was listening to your podcast yesterday, and Clay, I respect what Clay Henry says. I do, but I do not see how, if things get worse, that we can give Chad Morris another year. If he was in any other business and you're not producing, you get fired. Bottom line. And to the Takias Crawford thing, that is a devastating blow to our recruiting class, because from all I see and read, he was one that you could come in there, plug and play at left or right tackle, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And Hunter Yurachek, he needs to wake up and smell the coffee too, because his job will be in jeopardy if we're not putting people in the seat.
Yep.
And our offensive line, gosh, we've had this problem since Kurt Anderson, Justin Fry. How can we correct it? I don't see it happening. Changes need to be made, and I'll take your response.
All right, appreciate the phone call, Brent, and appreciate you listening into the show. Like, I know what Clay was saying yesterday, and listen, when it comes to that situation where you're looking at coaches, you have to look at every situation differently. I've said this before, and I will say it again. I like my coaches like I like my presidents. Give me 4 years, and after 4 years, I will then decide whether or not to vote on you again for a second term. That's how I look at it. However, there can be situations of impeachment. There can be crimes committed that can involve impeachment, to which a change would be needed to be made.
And winless in SEC play would be...
That's an impeachable offense. High crimes. High treason, if you will. Whatever term you want to throw out, that's the issue there. So that's my whole point. And I think that Clay, yesterday when he was talking about it, I think he was approaching it from the perspective of, listen, he doesn't see it to where it's going to keep getting worse and worse every game. They're going to be competitive, and they might even win another game or two, which is, again, completely and totally possible. Like,
he wins 2 more games, he's your coach.
He's your coach next year, absolutely. But I will say until the cows come home, if he goes 0-8 this year in SEC play, which would make him 0-16 in his first 2 years as the Razorback head coach in the SEC, a change has to be made. Sorry, but you can't have it that way.
Here's the thing, and Hunter Yurachek, I know, has been at more press conferences.
Yes.
We've heard more practices. He's been more visible around the day-to-day football operations. Is that accurate and fair?
Yeah,
I haven't
very
seen it for
fair.
myself, but that's what everyone's telling us. He's trying to figure out the handwriting on the wall. And is the handwriting on the wall telling you, even if Chad Morris wins 2 games, beats Western Kentucky, beats Mississippi State, wins those football games, are you just going to kick this can down the road another year or two? Now the time, when is it time to make a change? I don't think ultimately long-term you're looking up and in 5 or 6 years Chad Morris is still your coach.
No.
This isn't going to work out long-term in my opinion. Love for it too, but I just don't, unless KJ Jefferson comes in next year as your quarterback and we finally see the full image and being of what the Chad Morris offense is supposed to be about. Because right now, based on what we've seen and the lack of coaching with the talent they have, it'll never work.
And Tommy, I'm telling you right now, if they go 3-9 this year, say if they beat Western Kentucky, if you're Hunter Yurachek, you saw how bad it was with season tickets and struggling to sell them. Can you imagine what it's going to look like after the fact if you're coming off of a 3-9 season? It's almost chilling to even think about.
Yeah.
Season tickets will be awful. You've been listening to Morning Rush on this Toyota Tuesday. Be sure to check out all new 2019 Toyota vehicles at your local Arkansas Toyota dealer, including the Highlander with plenty of room up to 8 people, the stylish new Corolla, the work-ready family tough Tundra, and the Go Anywhere 4Runner. Toyota, let's go places.
Ben held for 32 minutes. We had our finger on the button to go to Ben in Fayetteville, and you hung up.
I missed it.
He hit the transfer portal.
Must have heard the music there. But listen, the amount of calls and texts we got, fantastic job, folks. I don't think there was a single call or text that we got that we didn't say, all right, enough. Like that was really great. So keep those coming along. I feel like it's probably not going to change much as the week goes on. People are still going to be frustrated. And especially if you haven't watched Chad Morris or the coordinator's press conferences, head over to hitthatline.com. Check it out in its entirety. And also while you're there, subscribe to the Morning Rush podcast.
Gentle Ben's holding, and we got 1 minute. There's no way you can fit that square peg into that round hole.
Gentle Ben, we love you. Just call back tomorrow, my man.
We'd love to have you on, but we can't give you 1 minute.
Yeah, because once Rocky's theme ends, it's over. Right, the show's over.
Yeah.
We do not do fourth hours here
out
on
of
the
our
Morning
control.
Rush. Yeah, we don't have overtime here on the Morning Rush. We don't get paid.
Maybe we
for that.
should.
You gonna pay overtime?
Well, I mean, maybe certain circumstances call for overtime.
Oh, maybe so. Maybe so. Let's just do 6 hours. Just
No,
all the way
let's not
through.
get
All the
carried
way
away.
up. All the way
I'm
up
not
to
looking
noon.
for a 6 overtime game here. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, people are trying to avoid that these days in these long overtimes. But it's been great, folks. Appreciate everybody listening into the Morning Rush today. For Tommy Kraft and Maddie T, I am John Neighbors. Same sports show, same sports channel tomorrow morning. Have a fantastic day, everybody. We will see you then.